right, good evening, everybody, and welcome to another exciting episode of Kindred Lists, right here at Proficiency Bonus. My name is Michael, your most humble and merciful Dungeon Master for the evening. We are so glad that you have decided to stop by and join us for our Friday night campaign here on the channel. I wanted to first give a big shout out. Last week we did actually a pre-recorded episode, and we streamed it last Friday for all you to enjoy. And a couple people stopped by, and I want to throw a big shout out to Dan on the Moon for all of your gifted subscriptions last week. So thank you so much, Dan on the Moon. We love you, man. Thank you so much for all the support and helping us out. We do definitely appreciate it, and it definitely goes a long way to helping out our channel and all of our content to grow in quality. And yeah, just thanks, man. We appreciate it. We do have a couple of quick shout outs to our sponsors we want to throw out there really fast before we begin tonight. I want to thank Twitch and Streamlabs OBS for allowing us to be a part of their affiliate program. We also want to thank Little Dragon Corp and Cardboard Castle Games for partnering with us. If you type in !Little Dragon in the chat, you get a quick link to Little Dragon Corp's website and storefront where you can purchase some really cool dice and other RPG related gear. If you use that coupon code PROBONUS when you check out, you get 10% off of your order with Little Dragon Corp. So make sure you do that and tell them we sent you. We also want to direct you to type in !CCG, which is already in our Twitch chat, I can see. And you can click on that website for Cardboard Castle Games and get a sneak peek at everything that they have, including things like Magic the Gathering, Pokemans, as Matthew says. And I don't think he'll have a Pokemon card to show you, because he is very anti-Pokemans. But then we've got... But Jamie's ready. Jamie's got the whole box ready. Look at that. See, he's ready. He's always ready for our promos. There you go. Kristy's got the plush, too, so we're all good. So,
do I really need to go over there and get my collectible action figure of Garrick from Magic the Gathering?
We have a little bit of a card game war going on here on Friday nights, folks. Yes. So, yes, make sure you go ahead and check out our sponsors before you go at some point tonight while you're visiting the show. But I think that is everything that we got to do pre-stream to get out of the way. We do have just a very quick recap. Well, Ashland's been kind of recovering from a big celebration, a party in Nightstone. The group decided, hey, let's go after Slarkrethel, the ancient Kraken of the North. So, long story short, they teleported to his lair and slaughtered him there. Not without a little bit of issues, as two of the members of the party were swallowed by the beast. And it looked very dire at one moment until they were, I believe, Lachlan was able to put the finishing blow on the Kraken and put him down. They were able to also discover that the Kraken had a massive hoard of treasure that contained many different magic items and loads and loads and loads of cold hard cash, which they were able to tuck away into Mulfin's pocket dimension and take it back with them, because that's what you do. Mulfin discovered that there was a magic item that he did not like. It burned him when he touched it. But Diana found favor in this magic item, and he also found a deck of mysterious cards that we shall see what those might, well, have the possibility of ruining this entire campaign here in the future. We'll have to see. It's my fault. I take full responsibility. Upon returning home, Tren showed his face again and asked to see Lachlan. The party was all very suspicious and would not let him get out of sight as they were walking away from the farm a little bit, the whole party in tow, keeping Tren on his toes. Tren warned Lachlan of Xanathar having an extensive amount of individuals from the guild looking for him, and that he was not safe, and Tren wanted to keep him safe. But feeling pressured and backed into a corner, all of a sudden Lachlan looked down to find a dagger stuck in his stomach, the crimson of his blood bleeding all over the hand of Tren, who is holding this dagger, and looking wide-eyed right into Lachlan's face. The rest of you are gathered around. So, what I'd like you guys to do is I'd like everybody to roll initiative, except for Ashlyn. Ashlyn, you're not there. Everybody else was outside, though, and got to witness this firsthand. So,
Okay, I'll take
Oh,
that.
yeah. 23.
Natural 20.
Whoa, natural 20.
New dice that Victoria just got me has a little paw print
Nice.
for Druid.
Oh, that's perfect.
Rad.
Oh, 21.
That's so perfect.
There we go. Okay. Okay, hi. I got a natural 20 on mine as well.
Oh, boy.
They literally heard me because I was like, roll me high, please. And then they answered. Wow. We love it. We love cooperative dice.
All right. Well, first question I must ask is, did anyone beat Lachlan's 23?
Nope.
Nope.
I have not.
Okay. So I'll put Lachlan at the top, which is fitting.
I
Oh,
think the
yeah.
only one who has the ability to would be Ashlyn.
Anybody have over a
I think
20?
we would tie.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, 3 over 20. Because Diana had a... Okay, so who had the highest out of you three then?
Diana's at 20.
Diana's at 20. Anybody above 20?
21.
21.
Both 21s. All right.
Wow.
So I'll put Callista and Molfin there in the 21 slot. Diana with a 20. How about anybody above a 15?
Out of 17.
17 for silver. What did Vix have?
12.
12.
Nice.
The
Damn.
opposite of the 21s.
Sure, yeah, mirror
Well,
image.
We needed that. There must always be balance.
And Vix
Yes.
is a 12. Okay, so, and Ashlyn still isn't here, so I think I got everybody on my list. So, Lachlan, as you look down and then look
Mhm.
back up to Tren, who stands taller than you, he is a human, so he stands taller than you, so you had to duck down a little bit to stab you in the gut.
Yep.
But you can feel the blood oozing out of your stomach as you just took those 80-some points of damage from him as he tries
Oh,
to
God.
to take you down. What do you do, Lachlan?
Oh my gosh. I'm just gonna look at him in betrayal. Tren, why? And I'm going to cast something. I don't know if it's actually gonna do anything to him, but we'll see. I'm gonna cast a classic, sleep at level 3.
Sleep at level 3.
Oh my gosh. Probably not. I don't know. That's 30, 40, 50, 57 damage. If it, oh, it's, if he has less than 57 hit points, you go down. If not, no effect.
Okay, so as you are getting your cantation set and you start to speak your prayer to Ilmater, you see him get a little drowsy and then just shake his head and fight it off and just look back at you and kind of astonishment, but also you can see a hint of just hatred in his eyes towards you.
Gotten strong, Tren. End turn.
He kind of looks at you and says, I should have known you'd be a little bit tougher than Riser.
Wait, he killed her?
What?
And that end of Lachlan's turn?
Yeah.
Okay. That's Callista and Molfin. Who would like to go?
It's up to you, Callista. You know Molfin was told to. You know what Molfin was told to do. So if you get something you want to do that's not potentially fatal,
You're muted.
I do have something I want to do.
okay, go ahead.
Uh-oh.
Okay, where's my spells? Which spells do I have available right now? Oh, this is so dumb. I'm gonna try Dispel Magic at 5th level on Tren.
Okay.
Since she picked up something was off from the beginning, so this is her gut instinct.
Okay. Let me check something really fast. Okay, so you cast this towards Tren. You're just specifically just targeting just him in general, correct? Like you're not.
Yeah, any
okay.
effect that's on him, that's what I'm trying to do.
Okay. As you're casting your incantations and you kind of wave your hands or do whatever your components, running kind of your hands through those motions, nothing seems to happen. It doesn't seem like there's a magical effect on Tren currently.
All right. I think that's all I can do. So, yeah, I'm just gonna try and flank him.
Okay, you're gonna get up like 5 feet from him, like right up into his space.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you guys were all
'cause
close enough. You can move up to him. Yeah.
Because I want Lachlan to be able to get sneak if he can.
Okay. Sure. That brings us to Molfin.
Actually, it's a bonus action.
Uh-oh.
The biggest thing Callista can turn into.
Well, I've already used one wild shape to turn into a
Okay.
bird, so I can't be an elemental.
Okay.
But
I can be a brontosaurus.
that's what I'm looking up. I'm wild shaping.
Wait, really?
I'll let you know what I'm wild shaping into in a second.
Okay, so you're just gonna wild shape within 5
Into
feet
a
of him. Okay, you got it.
Yes.
Molfin, you're up.
Oh, I'm torn here. I'm gonna look over at Lachlan. How does Lachlan look?
He's spewing blood. Probably pretty profusely. He's damaged, but I don't know if he's like in any fear of being put down. I don't know how many hit
Does he
points
look-
Lachlan has.
Does he look angry? Does he look? Basically,
Shocked.
Molfin's
Yeah.
trying to read Lachlan whether or not he should just end this.
Lachlan only looks shocked and betrayed, especially confused at this new thing about Riser.
Yeah. Lachlan's kind of in his eyes are probably wide looking towards Tren, like with what he just said.
Okay, then Molfin's gonna try something then with spell that he had been saving, but
He was a lot easier to take down now that he couldn't change into that terrible rat thing he used to change into.
Oh no.
okay, Molfin's gonna start casting a spell, and is just coming up from behind. Is I think I'm still invisible because I hadn't done anything yet.
Yeah, you hadn't acted, so yeah, you'd still be invisible.
So Molfin's just going to sort of come up behind him, and casting a spell is just going to appear out of nothing and just go, fear! And I need him to make an intelligence saving throw.
Oh boy. Intelligence save, huh?
Oh.
Yep.
Okay.
He's trying to smart guy.
We'll find out.
He thinks he's the most clever.
I believe
third one.
that is going to fail. A 12.
Oh no, this is a 19.
Oh yeah, that's a failure.
Molfin is casting mental prison.
What
What?
the hell is that?
And
Okay.
it's basically he gets bound in this illusory cell that only he can see.
Okay, so it's an illusion in his mind.
Yep.
Okay.
Sounds terrible.
It does say he does succeed if he's immune to charm.
Okay.
On a failed save, the target takes 5d10 psychic damage, and you make the area immediately around the target's space appear dangerous in some way. So, as this image, in his mind, I just want him to see a myriad of Lachlans appear around him with daggers in each hand.
Okay, go ahead and roll your damage, Wolfen.
Yeah, might as well put Lachlan to work.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant.
That's
I am a
beautiful.
giant
That is such a grandpa
crocodile.
thing to say.
A giant crocodile.
Yep.
A giant crocodile?
Yep.
Okay, fantastic.
12,
That's great.
I was trying to find something I haven't done before.
22
22 points of damage?
22
Uh,
of psychic damage.
psychic damage.
Nice.
Yeah, that's definitely going to do it.
Oh, whatever form the illusion takes, the target cannot see anything beyond it and is restrained.
Okay, so it can't see with, like, pretty much out of that 5 foot range?
Yeah, basically he is surrounded by Lachlan's and can't see past it.
Okay.
If the
This
target is
Lachlan
moved out of the
staff on top
illusion,
other Lachlan.
now, mind you, if he is moved, not if he moves, if anything moves him out, if he makes an attack through it, or if he reaches any part of his body through it, he takes 10d10 psychic damage and the spell ends.
Okay. Immediately, you guys all watch. Simultaneously, Tren pulls the dagger out from Lachlan's gut. And Callista just starts to just transform. And you see green scales just emerge. And she slams down on all fours in this massive crocodile. And Tren isn't even looking at her because she's behind him. But all of a sudden, his eyes grow wide. And he was like, "Oh, that's a neat trick, Lachlan. That's a neat trick you have there."
It's not a trick. It's not a trick. It's not a trick. It's not a trick.
Stop it. Stop it, Lachlan. They're everywhere. And he's just looking all around.
Oh no.
And he starts to get panicked. That's awesome. Okay, Molfin, is that end your turn? Now you're visible because you just casted a spell.
Yep, I'm visible.
Okay.
Yep.
And Molfin, that ends his
They're
turn.
just laughing to himself. Well, actually, Muffle will take a second to let everyone know what he's done.
Okay. Yeah, Molfin kind of shouts out.
He's in his own head.
You guys can see some blood starting to run out of Tren's nose.
Oh no.
As he's freaking out now, looking all around frantically, just pointing a dagger at all these imaginary invisible Lachlans that are around, getting ready to harass him with their own daggers.
3 Lachlans in a trench coat.
That's it. That's it. Diana, it is your go.
Diana will, because I believe she was riding on,
Vix
why did I
the
just blank out
dragon,
on
I
the name?
believe.
Vix,
yeah.
thank you. Vix the dragon. I wanted to
Yes.
call you Jamie.
Were you
and then I
still
was like,
flying?
Jamie, that's Nick.
Were you still?
No, we landed.
You landed.
We
Gotcha.
had landed.
Yeah.
So I will jump off of Vix the dragon, and is Lachlan within 30 feet of me?
Yes, he is. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I will race to Lachlan's side.
Okay.
And get to him and cast heal on him, so he heals 70 points.
70 points.
And-
Gosh.
Yeah.
Jeez.
There goes all that massive damage.
Yeah.
And just like, are you okay?
Now I am.
Okay, good.
Wow.
Yeah, you can see where there's that dagger mark in your stomach is now just like a little cut.
It's like some stitches. Not bad. Whew.
I'm glad you're all right. Oh my god.
That was a scare.
Do you have a bonus
What's
action
wrong with him?
you would like to use, Diana?
No bonus action.
No bonus actions? Okay.
Just pondering what the hell is wrong with people and why do they mess with us?
That's a good thing to ponder. Silver, you are up as Diana rushes
yes, I
to
am-
Lachlan's side, healing him up.
I believe I'm still 90 feet in the air because that's where I was flying my height. So I
Sure.
was staying within 90 feet.
Mhm.
So I'm just going to like start flying down at this individual that I don't know who this is, but attack somebody. So I'm gonna fly down 60 feet, but then I'm going to rage, which drops concentration on fly, so I'll fall 30 feet.
Okay.
Like
So-
Blade.
So you will
Yeah.
take some fall damage, right?
Yeah. Yes, I will take some fall
Here,
damage,
I'll roll your fall damage for you.
and I want to try and like land next to him.
You take 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
I raged first, so I take 4.
Okay. Do me a favor. Make an acrobatics check to see if you land on your feet
Okay.
or if you land prone.
That was a 19 plus 2, so 21.
Yes, you land on your feet. It hurts a little, but you land.
Cool. Yeah, that's fine. Superhero landing.
Yep.
Yeah. How do you do that?
You didn't need
And
those
then-
needs.
And then I will just pull out my greatsword and I'm gonna attack this guy.
All right, go right on ahead. Silver's going to be
Oh,
that
that's not
dragonborn
very
that
good.
needs the dual knee replacements by the age of like 35. You know.
Yep. That is 20 to hit.
A 20
Not
to
natural.
hit.
Mhm.
Uh,
I rolled a 6.
will hit. Now, question about the spell that's casted on him. So if somebody's like coming into that range, can he visually see that, or can all he see is Lachlan's?
Let me pull it back up.
Because sight matters with some of the things that he can do, so I'm just trying to figure out exactly
Oh no.
if he will be able to do some things here.
All it says is the target can't see or hear anything beyond it.
So
So I would assume that if he's coming in to attack him,
yeah, so you would be able to
I would
see.
say he could probably see that.
So all of a sudden, like, he turns to his right, and in the midst of all these Lachlans, this silver dragonborn just bursts through with a sword. But yeah, go. Yeah, you hit him,
Yeah.
and you can roll your damage on that.
Rolled terribly on damage. That is 8, 9 plus 14, so 23.
23 points.
23
of damage.
points of slashing. Sorry, like 1 point that was cold because of the Frostbrand greatsword.
Okay, he is going to use his reaction to do a maneuver with a superiority die called parry, where he's just going to try to expend a superiority die and try to reduce the amount of damage coming in. So he's going to roll a d8 plus 5. So that's 9 points he's going to reduce that by. So what was that total again?
It was 23?
23. So it'd be 14.
Yes, 23.
total.
9 plus. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. All right.
And that'd be the end of my turn.
You just have one attack?
Yeah, I don't have the multi-attack yet.
All right, gotcha. So the silver dragonborn barges through the illusory Lachlans in his mind, and he tries to deflect a little bit of it with this small dagger, but the force of the raging barbarian dragonborn coming down, it just slices across his shoulder with some of that cold energy kind of frosting over his armor. And that will end Silver's turn, bringing us to Tren's turn. And the silver dragonborn kind of bursting in he kind of looks, so he's confused because he's seeing all these Lachlans around him. No clue which one is the real Lachlan out of all this, but sees this aggressive silver dragonborn, and he pulls this short sword out along with the dagger, and he's going to go ahead and try to attack you with this short sword that he has. Silver. He's going to attack Silver.
Okie dokie.
He's going to use his bonus action to do something that he has called a steady aim, which he's gonna look carefully at you and try to ignore all the Lachlans in his mind, and he's gonna just try to place this sword strike directly into your chest. So this will give him advantage on the roll.
Okay.
As he comes through here to attack you with this sword. So the first one, let me roll these both out. Okay, with advantage. So the better of the two was a 27 to hit.
Oh, yeah, that hits.
Okay. So you are going to take... so that's only 9 points of piercing damage, but because he had advantage on the roll, he gets to add his sneak attack as well onto that.
Oh,
So that is going to be an additional 19 points of the same damage type.
Okay, so I took 4 from because it was halved, and then so 9 because of 19, right? Is halved to 9.
That would be correct. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Cool. He used his bonus action, so he's going to kind of look around, and he's holding the dagger and the sword, and he's just going to stand at the ready, bringing us to Vix.
I just have one question. It's been a while since we fought the Kraken, right? So
I think you guys only had like a short rest.
Short rest.
yeah, but
I
that's
still
like
lost a lot of
30 minutes, right?
Running an hour.
Something like that. Do you think my breath weapon would have recharged?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna like try to angle myself to where like I'm not hitting anybody else with my breath weapon.
That is going to be very, very, very difficult.
Right.
You've got a giant crocodile behind him. You've got Silver on his right. You've got Lachlan right ahead of him, plus Diana standing right next to Lachlan.
Lachlan right beside after just casting the spell.
Yes.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Right.
So I don't think you're gonna.
Which of us are you gonna hit?
You
You'd have to
could.
hit just about all of us.
You could make it to where you only hit 2 people. It would be like.
Second question. Do you want me to push him out to do the 10d10 damage?
Well,
I'm certain I don't know what you mean.
things are happening fast. That would be up to you.
Oh god.
This wouldn't be something you'd be able to ask him.
Do you even know? All Molfin said is he's in his own head.
Oh, okay. I thought you
Yeah.
meant you told us all of it. So I wouldn't know that.
Oh no, I only had 6 seconds.
Is there a way? What if I went from above him and shot it down? Directly down.
Well, it's
All of
a
us?
cone, right? So that
Yeah,
so that would hit
that's
everybody. Everybody.
That's not gonna work. I'll just claw him, I guess.
Okay, so you're gonna go
I'll
to
do-
his left side and kind of barge in and start clawing and biting.
Yeah.
Okay, sure, you can do that.
Yeah. That sounds like the better plan.
Okay.
I should have breath
Might be
weapon
20.
everyone. Just send us all flying.
Hey,
That's not a good idea.
We get TPK'd, but it's like our allies.
you guys are your worst own worst
accident.
enemies.
Mm-hmm.
Quick
We
question.
are.
Quick question, guys. When you use your reaction,
Only we can stop us.
when you use your reaction, do you get it back at the start of your turn or at the start of the round?
Start of
Your
your
turn.
turn.
Your turn.
Start of
okay.
your turn.
Okay, so Tren has his reaction back. Okay, gotcha.
Okay, can I just ask a quick question? Is Diana froze for anybody else?
Camera?
Yeah, I
Oh.
think so.
Oh, she is now. Yeah.
Oh, she is now. She wasn't a minute ago for me.
That's crazy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's really funny because I have, to be honest, half of you are black screens with little loading circles, and you've been like that for 15 minutes.
Aw.
Well, that's
And it's a perfect, like, the straight half column, too. So it's like, yeah.
The first part of my round would be my frightful presence, and it doesn't say that he has to see me. He just has to be aware of me,
Okay. That's
and
a,
he was very aware of me.
yeah, that's
right?
that's a wisdom save, right?
Yes, DC 18.
DC 18. He rolled a 6, so he is frightened of you as well as all the Lachlans around him.
Good. I'll rotate around and stand behind Lachlan.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna attack.
All right. So you're kind of like over top of Lachlan and Diana, like clawing over top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The first one is the first claw, which is a 14.
14 misses.
That was a really low roll.
He puts both of the sword and the dagger and kind of blocks your claw coming down.
pretty rad.
All right. Well, when he catches that claw, I'll hit him with the other
Oh,
claw.
you got
He
it.
won't even see it. That was a 23.
That definitely hits.
And then the bite. I am rolling so bad. 16.
16 misses.
Yeah,
So
I figured.
So he blocked that first one, and then you kind of swipe across his stomach with the other one, and you definitely feel you hit that, and you actually tear some of the his black leather armor onto your claws, and then you try to reach down for a bite, and you snap right as soon as he's ducking out of the way.
I don't like this guy either now. Ah. 19 points of slashing damage.
Okay, he's going to use his uncanny dodge reaction to half that.
This monster.
He's going to take 9 points of damage.
This monster. That's it. That's my turn.
Okay. You got it.
Can the dragon roar angrily to wake up Ashland, or is that like...
Yeah, that was my frightful presence. I roared
Mhm.
as loud as possible.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So that he could hear me. He knows I'm there.
Can you reread Frightful Presence? Does it say all creatures that can hear you, or does it only just say just people you designate? Creatures you choose.
Dragon's choice.
Dragon's
within
choice.
120 feet.
You got it. Just checking. It'd be funny if everybody was afraid of you.
Can we must obey Ashland's mantra at that? It's a dragon, we kill it.
Wow, Tren lasted a round, guys. We are now at round 2.
Wait, no,
Wow.
that...
Good on him.
Round 2. Lachlan, we're back to you.
Tren, did you really kill Riser?
He just looks at you as he's confidently stepping back up from dodging the dragon's terrible jaws. Smiles, just grins a little bit, and says, "Of course I did. Got the information I needed to find you?"
He was our friend, man.
Man.
Who are friends anymore? Those days are gone, Locke. Those days are over.
Fine then. I'm gonna cast a spell then.
Okay.
At level 3, I'm going to cast, as a bonus action, Shadow Blade.
Oh.
Which, what this is gonna do is, here we go. Basically, I weave together threads of shadow to create a sword of solidified gloom in my free hand.
Nice.
And it's basically like a
Like a magic sword.
rapier that does 3d8 damage.
Excellent.
At the level I'm casting it at, yeah.
Damn, psychic damage.
Yeah, it's the psychic damage. That's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty rad. And then I'm gonna swing it at him.
All right, you got it. Make your attack.
I'm gonna try a point of luck. Try
Okay.
that again, because I only rolled a 16.
Okay.
Wow!
Oh, natural
I
one.
think only luck once. Yeah.
Uh,
I think I miss him.
Yeah, you do. He actually just backs, surprised by this, all of a sudden, strange shadow sword that's in your hand. You swipe across, looking for his chest, but he kind of backs away just quickly, just narrowly misses.
And I think
Will that end your turn, or you got anything else?
that is all I can do on my turn.
Lachlan he just kind of
Yeah.
grins towards Lachlan, and he's still, like, now that he can see, this Lachlan is holding this weird blade, and all the other Lachlans are holding daggers. He's kind of starting to pick out and pinpoint which one is the real Lachlan, but he's still struggling with this prison and looking at having these weird disheveled thoughts of all these Lachlans surrounding him. Callista and Molfin, you guys are up.
Well, as he backs up, I'm gonna bite him in the butt.
Oh, you know what? You were flanking, weren't you?
Yes, sir.
Lachlan, you had advantage on that attack.
Well, but I rolled a 16 and a 12.
But you would have had, that would have been your
You would have a
first
point
roll.
of luck still.
You would have a point of luck still. So if you'd like to go and roll twice more, or well, if you like to once more, you can use your luck. Because that would have been
Why
your
not? Let's do it,
advantage.
right?
Yeah, do it.
What could possibly go wrong?
I forgot that she was right behind you. That's
Still only an 18.
That's enough to do it though. That hits.
Oh.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. Okay, and there's a sneak attack because he's
surrounded. Yep.
yeah. All right, let's see if this works right. Okay. Wow. So that would be
That's a
Six.
lot.
56.
56.
56 damage.
Oh.
Jeez.
He dodges that first one, and you just kind of turn the blade a little bit and just drive it right under kind of where he was dodging you. And he screams in pain. And you can see this just crimson blood just pouring down the side of his body where you just pierced him with that sword of magical energy. He looks very hurt.
That one was for Riser.
Now, Callista, you may bite him in the butt if you'd like.
I will also, yes.
Okay, eat him.
My
Eat
actions
him.
have not changed. I can't see that one. Okay. Natural 19 plus 8. Maths 27.
That hits.
Alright, so that's...
Jeez.
D10s. Uh, 19 damage on the bite. I'm going to try not to be lethal because I want Lachlan to have him.
Okay.
And
why
he
don't I?
also
I'm gonna do
needs
this.
to-
I'm gonna do this.
He's also
Uh,
grappled, if that helps.
I'm gonna do this. He only had 16 hit points left.
Okay.
So you guys collectively, what I was thinking Lachlan has that sword like gouged into him, and then Lachlan kicks him into your open mouth.
Oh, this is Sparta.
As you like snap down onto him and kind of pick him up and start just doing like the dog with a toy, like rattle back and forth. You just hear him scream, but then all of a sudden you hear this weird like noise. In this strange noise. And you look down beside where Tren's body's been like thrown around. There's this little gooey brain with 4 feline type legs like sitting there, just like nestled on the ground and like starting to get up.
Oh.
Does a
I
crocodile
still
have
have one more
do you
attack.
have multi-attack? Yeah, if you it's still
I have
your
a multi
turn.
attack.
Yeah.
I see that. I drop Tren and I smack my tail down on the little brain dog.
Okay, you got it. Go and make an attack roll against it.
Only one that doesn't know what this is.
Is this still flanked or no?
This he was tossed out to the side, so technically not.
Okay.
So just be a regular roll.
Oh god, I don't know what that's.
Would this creature count as the same creature I put the spell on?
Ah.
See,
Brains are
this
weird.
is where the rules get a little bit weird because like Tren had his own character sheet and this one has its own character sheet. So I'm gonna say that probably not for this case. Good argument though. Good argument.
Hey, in his mind.
True.
Yeah.
What'd you roll?
15.
15 hits.
Total.
Go and roll your damage.
Oh, all right.
No. Whoa! Thank you for the bits.
Victoria wants us to feed the brain puppy.
Feed the brain puppy, says Victoria.
Brain
Yeah.
puppy. Oh, that's really good. 18 damage.
18 damage. Surprisingly enough, it didn't kill it.
Oh, wow.
You slam down on it. It looks stunned as your tail comes off, and it looks like it has like these areas of it that are bruised and bleeding all around.
He needs to make a strength saving throw as well.
Oh, great. This should be great. Oh
Yeah,
my
you should be careful
gosh,
with
I rolled a
that.
natural 20, but it's
Okay.
minus 2, 18.
DC 16 as a crocodile.
Just barely able to squeeze by.
Just
Okay.
barely succeeds, yeah.
All right. So he stumbles, looks dazed, just like wandering around on these 4 legs it has. And I believe that brings us to Molfin. As Tren's body just like slumps down onto the ground as the crocodile just lets go of it. Motionless there as the sword and the dagger just kind of roll off to the side and stick into the ground.
We don't have any sort of a box or crate around us, do we?
Yeah, you guys are basically like, if you look at this picture of your barn house area, you're just like out in the middle of the field somewhere.
Hold on, let me just look at my inventory real quick.
Round it to the chicken coop.
What?
Don't we have a bunch of chickens out there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do have crates in the farmhouses, yes.
Hmm.
How far would we be from there? From the farm with the farmhouse with the chickens and everything in it, where we are now?
Probably from where you are now, probably at least 150 feet.
You can run that easy.
Send Ashlyn.
Yeah, Ashland's
I
asleep.
don't know. If Ashlyn was here, I could stick it in her head and bring her in there, but you know.
That'd be her movement, yeah. She'd still have an action and a bonus action.
That's right. That's right.
Did you say you'd stick in my head?
She'd be able to run over there, grab the crate, run back, put it in the crate, run back, put it in the barn, and then go take
Like, make some toast.
go take a nap, make some lunch.
Smoke a cigarette.
I don't have anything, so Molfin's just going to reach down and try to hit the thing.
Okay, you got it. So Molfin moves over towards it and gets ready to attack.
I'm going to use that shiny dagger. I can't remember who gave it to me. I think Vix gave it to me, if I remember correctly.
Shiny dagger, okay.
Ah. Oh, that's not great. Okay, never mind. It's a plus 13 to hit. So that's a 25.
Plus 13, like you could hit it as long as you don't roll a natural 1, dude.
Okay, so we've got... Come on. Where are my D8s? Okay, so that is... Of course. 8 points of piercing damage and 15 points of cold damage.
Go ahead and describe how you take the brain puppy down.
Ugh.
So, looking at it as sort of longingly for a moment, being like, "Oh, this is marvelous." Looking at everyone, realizing I'm not going to be let to keep it. Stake of the dagger, just driving it right to the top of it.
Its legs kind of do that thing where they spread out like and shake just for a moment, and then it slides down the dagger a little bit and stops moving, and you guys are out of encounter as Tren's body lay in the middle of this.
Imagine the use for such a creature as that.
I don't know.
Wait.
I'm sorry, Callista, I do not speak crocodile.
I drop.
This is our
Not now.
Yeah.
After a while, crocodile. I will kind of like kneel down and, you know, like cradle Tren's mangled skull.
Sure. Yeah. He definitely looks pretty brutal right now.
Mm-hmm.
I just put my hand on
Dang.
Lachlan's shoulder.
Diana does the same. Walks over and puts her hand on Lachlan's other shoulder and kneels down next.
How
Molfin's just going to go over and look at the hole in his head.
Molfin's like,
MG, how hurt is Lach?
After the healing from Diana, Lachlan's in pretty good shape.
Okay, good.
how are you How are you spiritually, emotionally?
Spiritually.
Yeah, his health hit points are high. His spiritual hit points are
Oh.
Very low.
yeah.
At this point, you guys notice the rest of the group that's been staying at the Dumpster Fire Ranch. Brock and Brantley and Harshnag are kind of all like rushing out, to see what all the commotion is. It only lasted about 12 seconds, but they're coming out to see what's going on. They can see that Mulfin's got his dagger like in the ground, and there's this strange brain thing with legs sticking out, and I believe that did Brock and Brantley meet Tren? I cannot remember if they did or if they did not. I cannot remember.
They were part of the snakes, all of them. But I don't know if they.
Tren wasn't a snake yet. We were talking about making a snake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, I thought
were
Tren
making
was
our-
the copperhead.
Oh no, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Nice notes. Yeah, so they know each other.
Yeah, so they come out and they're a little shocked. Like, they probably didn't know him well, but knew him enough to know that he was part of the group, and they just kind of rush out. And Brock's like, "What happened? What's going on?" And he's got these weapons ready and everything.
Can I make some sort of survival or arcana check to, like, out of character? Kristy knows, but does Callista know what's going on here?
Could someone message Ashlyn?
You can make an arcana check if you'd like. Sure.
Yeah, would Ashlyn have heard all this commotion? At this
I would
point?
assume so.
If
I think
Harshnag is
Ashlyn
all the way
is
over
still in
here.
Nightstone.
Ashlyn is in
Is
Nightstone. She's
Oh.
she's a day's
I thought it
travel
was my
away from you
tower.
guys. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
never mind.
She's enjoying.
I thought it was
hanging
my
out
tower
with
side.
everyone.
You're still
No, I
currently in the
forgot that
Nightstone
too.
Inn, yeah.
Okay.
I have no idea if I have the spell slot for
13?
it. I will.
I have a spell set. I can send it.
13.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Not very.
it seems as if whatever this creature was controlling Tren and basically replaced his brain.
Okay.
Okay, no.
So, I mean, other than that, you're not really 100% sure how it got there or where it came from.
Mulfin is starting to take up that body and like wrap it up.
Research.
Okay, sure.
Malfin, what are you doing?
I personally would like to know what this is and what in all the nine hells is going on here.
Do you mean to speak with dead? Or you're referring to the soul?
No, unfortunately, that little trick I did to trap him in his own mind. Well, so I really want to know, is this Tren's brain that has grown legs or is this some other entity that has crawled up inside Tren?
I think
need to
it's some
replace
other
his brain?
entity. I don't know where it came from, but it was clearly controlling him.
Does that mean it wasn't him that did all that stuff?
Well, if Calista
Just
believes
something
this was
using
controlling
his
him.
body
Well-
as a vessel?
It could still be part of him, but there's a good possibility that he had no choice. Like I said, when he first arrived, something felt off. And he's a really good liar. Yeah, I know. But something felt off from the beginning. I don't think this was entirely him. But whatever this is was probably the reason why he went after Riser. To get to you.
Tren told me to go away, right? He told me to stay away from Xanathar.
Yes, that's what he said. He said the
So, I
Xanathar
mean-
wanted to be dead.
Does that mean this thing's connected to?
That's a fair assumption.
Or perhaps it's an enemy of his expecting you to go work for him as you did for old No Eyes. Of No Eye, I suppose.
Yeah, I remember that whole.
Well, for the moment, out of character, Callista's just going to kneel by trying to kind of start wrapping him up in druid craft so he doesn't look as brutal. Still allowing Molfin to have the body. I don't know what he wants it for, but I want to like make it look not so gruesome for Lachlan.
Oh no, I'm just taking.
Oh my
again,
God,
out
I'm
of
so
character.
sorry.
I'm just taking the intellect of that.
Oh, I thought you were taking Tren's body. That's why I was like, where are you taking Tren's body?
No, I'm taking the brain puppy.
Okay, good. Never mind. I'm making Tren flowery and viney and nice.
As Calista goes to do that, Molfin is actually going to try something real quick. Seeing this happen has sort of triggered a concern in Molfin's mind.
Okay.
Molfin is going to take the tip of his dagger, sort of trying to do this without Lachlan noticing.
Okay.
And is basically in the hole in Tren's head where this thing jumped out of.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of stick the tip of the dagger just in the opening of the hole.
Okay.
And then activating his X-ray vision. Can I see the knife through Tren's head? What Molfin's thought is, if I look at my friends, will I be able to see if there's a brain puppy living in their skull?
What?
Read to me, or can you paste what X-ray vision specifically says? Like, how does it word X-ray vision? So I can make.
Is that what this thing is actually called? A brain puppy?
No.
No.
Oh, okay.
Love that the spell like
that's what that's what Victoria in chat named it. So that's what we're going with.
Yeah.
I
it's a
said brain
nickname for the
dog and
creature.
then she went brain puppy. So.
Okay,
Brain
so
dog,
in
brain
roll
puppy.
That's what we call
20. Okay, here is what it specified. Now, mind you, this is I copied it from the ring because it says it works just like the ring.
Sure. You can see.
You can see through solid matter for 1 minute.
Into and through.
Into and through. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you can, as you activate your X-ray vision, you can see the dagger. You can see that there is just an empty cavity. There is nothing in where Tren's brain should be. There is nothing. It is empty.
I'm going to look at every single one of my party members and the other snakes who just came running up.
Okay.
See if I see any like legs sticking out of their brains and their heads.
Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Oh, God.
Lachlan, there's like a peanut in there. Like
There's one that has a hamster wheel.
That's actually not bad. That's pretty dang good. Abilities, where are you on my sheet? Perception, 26.
26.
Nice.
You looking around, everybody's got a brain, and it doesn't look like there's any legs like folded up in there.
Okay.
You start to get a realization though on why Silver sometimes has trouble communicating with you guys though. His brain cavity is a little bit smaller than everybody else's as a dragonborn. But he is, he's trying. Everyone has a brain. You notice
if I only had a brain.
Brantley's too. It's like there's something odd about Brantley's brain, but you think it just might be it kind of, if you like move Brantley's head a little bit, it might rattle a little bit in there. It's just you're not really sure.
Do any of us have?
Molfin's gonna
like,
start walking over to
steam
Brantley, like
coming
trying to
out
shake
of
him
the
around, like reach up
jeans?
for his head, trying to see if I see feet.
What are you doing? Stop touching me.
Your brain, it looks weird.
Are you saying my face looks weird? What's wrong with
No,
my...
your brain.
How do you know what my brain looks like?
I'm gonna look at it. What's he got in his pocket?
What's he got in his pocket? I don't know what a guy got in his pocket. He's got some coins in his coin.
Molfin will just rattle off how many coins he's got in his pocket.
I'm not Brantley. I have no idea what he. No, I'm just teasing.
You're everybody, Michael.
I'm everybody. He's got some coins in his pocket.
Yeah, so Molfin will just look at it. I can see everything. You have this many coins in your pocket as well.
I could see everything.
Were you trying to take my money? He backs away from you, Molfin. He's got his one hand on his coin pouch.
You now see why his brain is small.
I understand now.
I can make this guy like a grave really fast.
Oh, actually, before we go with that, Vix, one thing that you did you kind of wrap him all up to where you couldn't see the body anymore, Callista, or was it just cleaning him up a little bit?
Unless anyone was gonna stop me, I was like cleaning him up and getting him ready to be like wrapped up.
Okay. Yeah, you
But
notice
if anyone
as
wanted
you're
to check his body before I did that, Callista would wait.
yeah, as you're kind of cleaning him up and using your druid craft to take care of just the brutal vision of what this man looks like in his current condition, being attacked with many blades and mauled by a crocodile and having something pop out of his empty head cavity. Yeah, it's pretty brutal. But you clean him out and you notice that there's a sense of peace about his face. Like, his eyes are closed, his mouth is closed, but there's a relaxed, peaceful look on his face as you get him all cleaned up, and he's laying there with no breath in his body, no life whatsoever, his flesh cold to the touch, but still a sense of peace about the look of him now that he's cleaned.
He's not suffering anymore, Lachlan.
Nice. Okay. A guy like Tren, he always had to watch his back, and I guess where he is, he doesn't have to watch it anymore.
Yeah. He can sleep.
He deserves
Diana
it.
kind of rubs circles on Lachlan's back soothingly.
Vix, can you we actually, this is really morbid, but I've been thinking about this. We probably have like a makeshift graveyard on our property somewhere, because this is not the first person of people we had to bury.
You did bury Sarvin here, didn't you?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
So I would go there.
Lot of
I would
honor.
ask
Mhm.
Vix to go beside Sarvin's grave and put friends so they're together and not alone.
Okay.
I will use my burrow speed to make a grave.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, Vix.
When I burrow, I leave a 10-foot hole. So
Yeah.
It's literally a dragon dog.
yeah.
Literally, it would take him probably less than a few minutes to do this.
Yeah.
Like
So
6
before
seconds.
Krista walks away with the body, Molfin's going to cast a spell.
Okay.
And as she's getting everything prepared, Molfin's actually going to take a single piece of copper and just sort of rest it on Tren's forehead,
Okay.
mutter a couple of words and touch his forehead, and cast gentle repose.
Good call.
Okay.
Oh,
Protecting him from future Molfin.
That's the
For 10
that's
days.
the spell that increases doesn't increase the rate in which their body decomposes.
No, it actually stops
Stops it.
decomposition
Got it.
for 10 days. And likewise, the body cannot be made undead,
Got it.
which is not spell for Molfin
for
to
only
have.
10 days
Yes.
though, right?
For
Well, they're
for
gonna
10
be on our
days,
property.
yeah. It lasts for
Oh.
10 days, and then his body will then start to decompose at a normal rate.
I have that spell as well. I got it specifically because Molfin started his undead phase at that time.
Molfin just likes him fresh. So, we're going to be busy over the next few days.
Uh,
Molfin's going to come
Keep
back
him
to
on
us.
ice until you can use them. Yeah.
We're going to have skeletal Sarvin. At least, hey, with Tren, we're going to put some meat on the bones.
Oh gosh.
And a punch
Create a
bowl on the
flesh
neck.
golem out of all of them.
Did I miss that somebody was going to message Ashlyn? Did somebody?
Yeah, Molfin will.
Okay.
Yeah, Molfin will send Ashlyn a message.
Okay, go ahead and send her the message. You can go ahead and role play it out.
So Molfin will think for a couple of seconds as they're starting to go over and deal with this. Hope all is well. Sorry we left. Killed Kraken. Tren killed Lachlan. He's better. Tren's dead.
The heck you say? The circle, come get me! Together, we must rise.
I think she's still
She's having-
drunk. I'm going to sit down for an hour.
You sit down for an
Because I
hour.
don't have the spell. Yeah, I don't have the spell slots to go fetch her.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have to sit for an hour, take a short rest, teleport to her, take another short rest, teleport home.
Okay. And as you guys make your way over to where Sarvin's grave was on the property, you can see that Vix has the hole in the ground prepared, as I imagine Callista used Druidcraft to kind of wrap Tren's body up into the vines and flowers and floral arrangements that she normally does in these situations. Vix, I imagine, would pick up the body and rest it down into the hole that he made, and with a couple swipes of his tail, push the dirt and smooth it over atop of the body of Tren buried beneath the surface of the ground. And it kind of camera pans back a little bit as you see this Modge Podge of individuals standing around the gravesite. The massive Harshnag standing 25 feet in the air, dwarfing some of the trees nearby. Brock and Brantley shedding a little bit of tears. But everybody just standing there kind of looking down at the gravesite in silence for just a moment as Vix steps back. And the adventure.
Oh no, did we get his ring?
Oh
Oh god.
How close I was doing the body, because I would have been looking. If I saw the ring, I would have took it.
Okay. As they say that, Callista pulls out one of the rings in the palm of her hand as Vix is just getting ready to dig the body back up.
That would have been awkward. Yeah.
I'm like claw all the way down in the dirt. Like,
I hand it over to Lachlan.
Moments of levity. We love them.
Whoever takes that ring next is gonna have some big shoes to fill.
Yeah. I'm going to freshen up Sarvin's grave and then do the same thing to Tren's with flowers as grave markers.
Okay. Yeah, you guys can see the blooming flowers starting to appear as Callista continues her incantations and freshening up Sarvin's grave site as well. That seems to
I'm
have...
actually going to do... I'm gonna do like a... kind of like forget-me-nots, but I want them to be like gold, and I want them to be in the shape of a snake on the grave.
Oh, nice. Very good.
Oh.
Very cool.
7 snakes for life.
Can Diana do something for his little funeral?
Sure, go right on ahead.
Okay. Diana would like to take a very small little book, think like a pocket Bible, out of like.
Oh,
Bless you.
Bless you. Bless you.
It's a.
Aw,
it's
you
the
seem so
golden,
cute.
Forget-me-nots. I'm allergic.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. It's all the forget-me-nots. So yeah, Diana stands there and pulls out her Gideon's little pocket Bible.
Walks over to Lachlan with it, and it kind of does like the same thing that she did for him a while ago when she first found out that he also worships Ilmater. Like, sort of like takes her like red string thing that she wears around her wrist and kind of like holds it out to him for him to like hold it too, so they can hold it at the same time. And holding her little Gideon's Bible, she's like, we could read him rights, I guess, and together if you want.
That'd be great.
Okay. And just holds a little booklet out with like a little rights. I don't actually know the rights, but or if there even are any. But
And this is the first time Lachlan's actually reading it.
Like
He's like sight reading, like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Word for word, right out of the book. Yeah.
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 Lachlan's like, I've never touched a holy book in my life, but
Mm.
okay.
Trying to guess the next word.
So you guys all get to share in this moment
Practicing
together.
Catholic and was raised Catholic.
Eventually, Lachlan and Diana kind of finish up these rites, and Diana closes the book. The rest is up to you.
I hug Lachlan. Just cuz.
He's at peace now, you know?
Yeah.
Some point I have to track down whatever happened to Riser.
We should probably collect Ashlyn.
Yeah.
Is she just gonna jog here, or are we gonna get her?
Is there a teleportation circle on Nightstone or not?
I think she's
I don't believe
I
there
don't think
is.
We should make one there.
Callista, can you use your fancy stick to get us home again?
Let me just double check. I think I can.
So if I take a little time, I can get us there, but it would take me at least another hour or so to rest to make it back.
You can get us there?
Yes, I
I
can
can
get us there. I can't get us home.
I will get us home.
Okay. Morphins are going to walk over and just sort of give Lachlan a shoulder a squeeze. Back in a moment. Well, I should say back in the house, and then a few moments to get over here.
We'll be
Then
back.
walk over to Callista and
Okay.
gonna cast teleport to Ashlyn.
Okay. And that's a very familiar with individual. So I think that's 100%, right? You don't even have to roll for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're done.
Excellent. Yeah. So are you just you and Callista going?
That was Molfin's intention, just basically blip
Yeah,
there,
we're just
blip-
gonna go. We're like mom and dad going to pick up their kid from soccer.
Okay. Okay.
Our,
Yeah.
right out of drinking. Our daughter went to a house party. We got to go find her.
Yeah. And you guys appear in the center of Nightstone, where Ashlyn is standing with Galvin, just enjoying some time there. Looks a little frantic at the information that she got, and she had to wait there for an hour. So she was kind of probably starting to be a little bit impatient and wondering what's taking you guys so long.
Ashlyn is dripping wet because she heard that news and dunked her head in some water to make sure that she'd be clear enough to think. Because she's a great thinker. So she's sopping wet and just standing there nervously holding Galvin's hand.
Galvin's head is wet too because he saw her do that and decided he would just go ahead and do the same thing just to make her feel better.
Sorry for the delay. It took a little bit of time. I had to reacquire the abilities to get us here. Shall we go?
Okay, yeah. I already said goodbye to Galvin. Bye, Galvin. Did you want to come to the house? Or are you gonna patrol?
Well,
I forget. What did we say?
I still have some things that I've got to do here, dear, but just let me know.
Okay. All right. Love you. Bye.
Love you too. Bye.
And I'll go over. And I'll hold Ashlyn. Not Ashlyn. Callista. I know. Third person. Callista in Molfin's hands. Yeah. Ashlyn will go over there and hold their hands and
All right.
go back.
Galvin just kind of takes a few steps backwards, like just slow steps backwards, watching as you guys get ready.
I pull out the chronoscepter and kind of like do a sweeping motion over the three of us, and we're gone in a flash.
And you appear at the
room.
footstep into the throne within Callista's room.
Always my room.
Yeah.
As we get there, Molfin will look over at Ashlyn. I can speak a little easier now as we're heading over.
All right.
You were a bit drunk, so we went to the
Yes.
crack.
Oh, well, yes. I know why they call it a honeymoon now. I had a lot of honeydew melon. So much honeydew melon. Too
Then
much.
we came back, and Tren showed up.
Tren!
Tren decided it would be a good idea to stab Lachlan.
How's Lachlan?
He's okay.
Okay, but
Diana got him.
physically he's okay.
Right.
Oh my god, I have to go to him.
Yes, Tren had a brain dog living in his head.
Those words don't even belong in the same sentence to me. Wait, brain dog. Okay, well,
As we go out the front door to start heading everyone, I'm going to go over and just unwrap the body and show her the four-legged brain.
oh,
Brain dog. Wrap it back up.
Almader Almighty, that is quite weird looking.
Almighty, Almighty.
Wow.
That is so weird looking. I don't like it. I don't like it.
You are meant to have the intellectual skill to not follow these religions. So
Yeah, I do read books now. You're right. Okay.
We
we
Bear.
Flying spaghetti monster almighty. No. Let's go see
Gary
Lachlan. Let's why are you carrying this around again?
Research.
Research.
Are you gonna animate it? Cause that's creepy.
Science.
I'm not sure if I can, but maybe worth the experiment.
Let's not. Okay, alright. I'll go run over to where Lachlan is.
Ashlyn, you've just been awarded a luck point for your Ilmater Almighty comment.
Oh. Thank you.
So that is a free reroll for anything in the future. So
Cool,
mark
cool.
that down. Take note of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then Molfin's going to just start, after telling her here, Molfin's going to hang back a little ways.
Yeah, I'll go over and give Lachlan a big hug and be like, how are you?
Hanging in there.
Well, at least the copperhead is with the big snake in the sky.
He is, isn't he?
Yeah.
We got his ring. that
Well,
was a close call. We almost
Yeah.
buried him with it.
super special that one though.
Yeah, Tren was a good guy. He got himself mixed up in things that were a little outside his control.
Yeah. Well,
Riser's gone too.
Riser?
Yeah, they used Tren to get to him.
Oh man. What are we gonna do, Locke?
I think I gotta get my revenge.
Gotcha.
As you guys are talking, Brantley and Brock kind of start to come up to you guys, and Brock looks at you, Locke, and just kind of like, what about Fallen? Did he say anything about Fallen?
He didn't say anything. You know, last we heard, Fallen was still in prison.
Prison camp kind of thing. Like the labor camp.
Wasn't he still in the jail cell?
Oh,
No.
Riser was on his way to the camp, and that's why we got Riser.
He was about to be exiled. We grabbed
Oh,
him.
right.
Yeah, we got Riser out before he got shipped out,
you
right?
guys broke him out of jail. Yeah.
Can't remember what was going on with the other one, but he wasn't, like, we weren't concerned with him as much for some reason.
You
Right,
guys,
he was under the watchful
you guys
eye of
stumbled on him getting like beat up in an alleyway, and
Mhm.
you guys chased off the people that were beating him up, but then the guards came and they arrested him, and he said, "It's fine, just I've got it." And
Yeah,
he,
because the guards
Oh, that's
have
right,
things pretty locked down.
yeah.
That's when Diana tried to scorching ray those two poor villagers that she may have exploded their
Oh
brains.
yeah.
Yeah, that happened.
that did happen.
Mhm.
And then to her defense, she forgot how high of a level that she had become. So-
We forgot that cantrips scale as we go higher level.
That's right. But Brock kind of looks at you and is like, "Well, Locke, you think he's safe there?"
Not forever. Not if
No.
whoever got to Tren and Riser could get to him too.
Especially if they have those things in their head.
Yeah.
We might still have time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta go get him, don't we?
Get him out,
Yeah.
then get some revenge.
Yeah. I think Xanthar's behind this.
They both just kind of like look at each other and look back at you, Lachlan, and just nod slowly.
Shall we put it on?
You cut out on me, Zos. What did you?
I was looking at them and I was like, so you guys want that on the list? Or, and then looking between them, she's kind of like, or this is like a right now type thing. Never, this is like right now. Never.
It's a good question, Diana. I think we've got to go handle this right now, but it's gonna take a while.
Gotta infiltrate.
Yep. Thinking go in there.
Oh my
slow
god,
and
I would not
quiet.
know that word. I'm sorry.
Sometimes Ashlyn knows big words.
Yeah.
Okay, but she gets them wrong.
Like
They will.
elopement.
They will inflate. Got to inflate.
Ashlyn, that's brilliant. That's the way
Inflate
to
the
solve this
group.
whole thing.
That's it.
Inflate them all.
Inflate them all.
Give them all balloons.
Yes.
Yeah, they'll never see it coming.
Can probably pick them up at that local flower shop.
Yes, that's probably a good place to start.
Brantley and Brock kind of look at each other one more time, and Brock looks at you, Lachlan, and says, "Well, we're ready when you are. If Xanathar is really who's behind all this, then he'll regret the day he messed with the 7 snakes."
Oh, he will. Yeah. Go in there, real slow, real careful. Find out everything that's going on and just tear it down around him.
I like it.
Me too.
Ashlyn, the thing is, this is going to take a while. You guys have big things to do.
I know.
I'm going to reach into my pocket and pull out the 2 rings that we haven't given out yet.
Okay.
You know, the one was Tren's, and then one that we haven't found the snake yet.
Mm-hmm.
Ashlyn.
Yeah.
Do you think you're ready to be co-commander?
I think I can for you, Locke. I don't take the rings.
Yeah, I'll do like the hand
Yeah,
clasp.
the hand grab, like,
Yes.
yeah.
Need you to find the craziest, most dangerous people you can to round out the team.
I can do that, boss.
And they have to be completely loyal to you. Do whatever you say. They have to be willing to die for you.
Of course. Nothing else would suffice.
All right.
We can do this, Locke. You can do this.
My mission's easy. Sneaking is kind of what we do, you know?
Yeah, but I have no doubts.
Look, I know you intend to make this a long game for you. It's the safest option, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, we will drop everything on our list if you need backup.
Good to know. It makes me more confident going into this thing.
Good. Don't forget it. And don't be stupid.
Well, I can't make any promises there, but
You've gotten better over time, Lachlan. Don't sell yourself short.
oh, thanks.
You're short enough.
You are short enough already.
No.
It's genetic. Makes it easier to hide, okay?
Sorry. I had to get in one last short joke, because, tall versus small.
Yeah, Gramps is getting outnumbered here. Good thing he's got Bix.
Yeah.
Not
Am I
quite sure.
both
the
sides
dragon
at this
pounds.
point?
Oh, yeah.
Team tall and team short.
Lachlan's going to walk over to Lachlan and hand him a small pouch filled with dirt.
Oh.
Just add water. 1
Oh.
minute later. Don't be in the immediate vicinity.
I'm gonna reach into my shirt pocket. I'm gonna pull out a. It's a card. It's a card from that dragon game, and it's gold. I'm gonna tell him this belonged to Moby. I don't know. You probably still have yours. I still got mine, but hold on to this one until we figure out what's up with this idiot.
This idiot. Lachlan, I love you.
You can definitely see a strange look in Molfin's eye as he's taking about to put it in his pouch. Don't do what he did.
Well, that's smarter than he is. Come on. This is one little mission. When have I ever failed at a mission? You know what? Don't think too deep into it.
Don't think too hard on that.
Yeah. How many times would I have died if you weren't there, Grant? Oh, let's not think about that.
I forgot I had this, but I'm gonna hand it to Lachlan. Not sure if he will need it, but since you're going to be doing infiltrating, I will hand you the Hat of Disguise.
Ooh. Look at that. Hat of disguise.
That should help.
I forgot you had that too.
Because Dad doesn't need it right now.
That's right.
Oh yeah. I thought I gave it to Molfin.
Molfin had it a while ago, but Molfin's been.
Oh,
It's been in the bag the whole time because
Okay.
I think it's a
Yeah.
attunement. I'm not sure.
I think it,
Yeah, I
it
think
does require attunement, yes.
Yeah, so we've had it in the bag of holding in case we needed it, and I feel like this seems pretty on par for what we need it for. Oh, hello.
Lachlan, how many items are you attuned to?
I'm attuned to 3, but I don't think I'm going to be using my quiver much with my undercover mission here. So I think the hat's a.
I can't remember. Did Molfin give the Ring of Mind Shielding to anybody?
I thought you were still wearing it.
I think I have.
He can't wear it
I
anymore.
can't. I'm attuned to 3 objects.
Oh.
Did you
He's
get
attuned to
that?
three,
Yeah.
three,
I can't
three
remember.
just kind of normal objects.
I don't
Nothing
think you
special.
gave it to anybody. I really don't.
I know Ryle's got the shoes. I can't remember what else Ryle's got. If Molfin still has that, Molfin will pull that ring out.
Okay. Molfin, as you pull that ring out and you look at it, you're startled by a flash in your mind, and it almost seems to appear as a visual in front of you. All of a sudden, this face of a familiar blue dragon seems to just go really quickly at you as it just fades out as you stare at this ring.
Oh, bloody
That
hell.
cat's noise, I thought that was so
That's-
weird.
He just woke up.
I scared the kitten. I'm sorry.
Oh, you did good.
Baby.
Molfin looks down at the ring, looks at Lachlan. I was going to offer this to you, but
You might want to hold on to that. I don't know.
yeah, it appears that there is a
No.
certain creature's soul residing in here.
That's your thing, souls, you know?
Would anyone care to say hello to Imrith?
I'll pass.
Don't show it to Ashlyn, she'll punch the ring.
I have no idea who that is, but sure. I'll say hello.
Morphin's just gonna sort of tuck it away. Well, now we can pull the soul out of it.
Diana will walk up to Lachlan. So, we're going on this quest then. Yeah, revenge and such. No judgment. I've done the same thing. So
Yeah.
I just you still have that ribbon that I gave you, right? And Diana will hold up hers too. And I'm just really glad that I got to go to Nightstone with you many years ago, and that we've ended up where I'm really glad that I get to share this with you too. So would you mind if I prayed for you really quick? Just in general.
Yeah, I'm gonna need it. I think I'm gonna be committing some
Alrighty.
things I'm gonna do confession on during this mission here. So.
Alright, cool. Diana will touch Lachlan's shoulder and close her. Begin to pray. Zero Mater, we just ask you to divinely guide his journey on his be by his side. Don't let him do anything stupid, and just keep him safe. Bring him home. Bring him back. And keep him protected. Let no weapon formed against him. Thank you, Omater. Give Lachlan a little hug.
Thanks,
I'm really
Diana.
gonna miss you, and I love laughing with you.
Same for you guys. You guys are going on a more dangerous mission than I am, so watch out.
Of course.
If you get in trouble, sending.
Sending.
You guys cast it all the time, so don't hold back.
Just need our cleric to prepare it every morning.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you want sending or do you want mass heal?
So
Just like a
we'll,
bloody cleric forced you to make choices you don't want to make.
Mm.
I'll take care of I shall take care of the communications.
Thanks, Gramps.
Silver will come up and would you like this stone? I don't think I need it anymore.
Yes.
It's the sending
good
stone.
call.
Oh.
No. I hand the stone to Lachlan.
I have the other one, Lachlan.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
I'm right here.
Great, now you can't use
You
it.
can't use it till tomorrow.
I can still use it to you once, but you can't use it to me once anymore.
Noted.
Like I said, if you need backup, use it.
Same.
And if we need you, we'll let you know.
Put my arms around Brock and Brantley. You guys need some real help. Bring in the big guns.
They kind of smile and nod their heads at each other as you say that. Looks like Brock has got his swords all ready to go and attached and over his back and sheathed, and you can see that Brantley's kind of strapping a couple buckle straps of his leather armor, getting it all set up, and they seem to be all suited up and ready to go. Is there anybody else that wanted to take a scene with Lachlan before he departs?
I'll just hiss at him when he walks away.
Excellent. And Lachlan, you begin to start to make your way off of the Dumpster Fire Ranch with Brock and Brantley at your side, both kind of towering over
Back,
you.
like, I'm screwed. Looking at one.
Maybe hire some. Can we give you a bunch of platinum to hire more help?
Pray for me.
Lachlan comes back with an army.
Yeah.
And Lachlan, as you're looking back and making kind of these jokes, and Brock almost catches you one time and then just turns and walks straight ahead, kind of keeps his head focused as you guys see Waterdeep in the distance as you guys are making your way that way. You take one glance back as your members of your party seem to be getting slowly smaller in the distance. Even Harshnag at his massive stature seems to be getting smaller and smaller as you walk away. But this montage of memories just overflows and floods your mind of all these interesting things that have happened since you moved here to this dumpster fire ranch to the north of Waterdeep. Memories of robotic spiders bashing through walls, teleporting out and in, installing a magical throne that you got from a king into Callista's bedroom, building a tower that has no doors so that Ashlyn can be a part of that, to naming every single chicken you pulled out of Waterdeep together as a
Yes,
group.
here's the notebook.
I lean over to Muffin as I'm watching Lachlan go, and I just say, looks like he's all grown up now, huh?
Muffin pulls the playing card out of his pouch that Lachlan gave him. Just hands it to Callista.
I take it.
We'll see when he gets back.
You've done right by him, Muffin.
One can
I
hope.
always had my doubts about him, but they are so far gone now.
I heard
I'm
that.
just going to turn and look at her a little bit. He's wandering off with those two bloody fools to attempt to infiltrate.
I know. But if anyone can do it, it's Lachlan.
Doesn't even have a magic crystal ball to explode in his face.
Not yet.
Somehow, Lachlan's very resourceful. I think somehow he's gonna find one. Or something similar.
He has all the resources we do, Muffin. He can go down to Skullport if he needs to. He's a big boy.
Send him with any coin. He can't take any money
Oh,
with
like
him.
he's not allowed to go see the ranch again. He can come take
He
some.
can put it on our tab. I'm sure he's resourceful.
Right?
Money shouldn't be an issue for him.
15 minutes later, Lachlan's at the market. Crap.
He comes back like 20 minutes later. Hey,
guys.
Hey guys.
Can I have an allowance?
Some money.
Can I allow it now? Knowing him, he'll just come back to the dumpster fire, grab some money, and leave.
And leave.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I was
And
thinking.
food. And food.
And
And
food.
food, he just comes back and gets food.
Yeah.
In
Oh
the
my
middle
god.
of the night,
Wait,
right
he'll use
now.
our washer and dryer.
Yeah, comes and watches the food.
Yeah.
So Silver opens the fridge. Hey, who took my leftovers?
Yep.
But yeah, as Lachlan kind of heads on out down the road, there's a moment where the camera kind of pans out the silhouette of these three individuals walking out onto the road with the bright orange sun kind of at their beyond them, and there's this overlap of two images. That same image of Lachlan, but then there's also that same image of two halflings with an elder halfling kind of on their shoulders, like they were toting him on their way to Nightstone for the very first time many, many, many moons ago. And that silhouette seems to just dissipate into darkness, as that is where we're going to take our break for the evening. And for those of you tuning in tonight, I'm going to break the fourth wall a little bit and say that this is MG is going to be leaving our Kindred List show. And I just wanted to say, MG, you have been amazing. You're an amazing person, amazing friend. You really brought Lachlan to life in this whole entire story. And I just want to give you a round of applause
Yeah.
for how fantastic you have been throughout these almost 4 years that we have been playing this crazy game. So
Yeah.
Thank you, Michael.
thank you for being just just a super awesome person and a super awesome friend. So thank you so much for being a part of this and being a part of this. You were a part of Proficiency Bonus since it started. So that's
still part of it.
Still part of it. Yeah. MG's still going to be on Star Wars.
Catch me on Thursday.
You did say that you still want to be a part of Shadowrun as well.
Shadowrun,
so
yeah.
first Fridays, MG's still going to play with us. But he's
not going yet.
Not going yet. We're not getting rid of MG. So we just wanted to make sure. I wanted to shout out to MG for all of the wonderful role play that he's been a part of since the beginning of this channel. And he's been there since it was from when we had 0 viewers a week to at times up over 50 viewers. So thank you, MG, for all your hard work.
My screenshots are even higher than that.
Oh yeah. So I just wanted to thank you.
It's been an honor. It's been an absolute honor. And to the viewers, I hope that you guys have enjoyed what I've been dishing.
Oh man, I'm sure they have. And if you have and you want to let them know, please leave a comment somewhere. If you're watching this on YouTube, leave a comment down below. Let MG know. Let MG
or
know.
Join our Discord.
Join the Discord. Join the Discord, and you can let them know via Discord yourself. So please.
Kindred Bliss and Storm King's Thunder would not have been the same without Lachlan.
Oh no, never.
No, not at all.
Yeah. It was amazing. So we're gonna go ahead and take a break, wipe some tears away from our faces, get some drinks, use the restroom, whatever we need to do to get back in the swing of things, and we will be back very shortly. So stay with us, everybody. We are going to dive right back into our episode as we last left off with Lachlan leaving with Brock and Brantley, headed towards Waterdeep to take on their own mission. See if they can find out what's going on with this whole Xanathar's Guild stuff, and see if they can enact their revenge for what Xanathar and his guild members have done to their friend Tren and Riser. Rest of you, here you are, the Dumpster Fire Ranch. It's still I guess we'll say it's nighttime now. That we'll say all that kind of occurred. You guys had all that time during the day, and it's early evening as the sun sets. What would you guys like to do?
Molfin's going to move the body of the brain puppy into his lab.
Okay.
Beyond that,
I apologize for my extremely loud 4-year-old who must, for some reason, be on the other side of that door.
So Silver will go up to try and he knows Molfin can teleport people, and I think he knows Callista can do it. So he'll go to both of them individually if they're not together, and he'll ask at some point, could one of you all take me to Silvery Moon so I could drop this Kraken hide off to my father?
Yeah, I could do it in the morning.
Oh, thank you. That would be much appreciated.
I need some rest first. I need to reset my scepter and reset my spells, but I can definitely get you there tomorrow.
We can all go.
Well, we could all go.
Is your dad I almost said that in Lydia's voice, because is your dad, why does your dad need a Kraken?
Well, I don't know if he actually needs a Kraken hide, but he's a leather worker, so he might enjoy it.
No, honey.
Cool.
I forgot to take some alligator hide to him a while back, and it kind of just decomposed in my backpack. It was very bad. Smelled awful.
Can you fit a Kraken in a bag of holding? That'll help next time.
I don't know. It's kind of just sitting over there in the corner, actually.
Oh, that's what a Kraken is. Oh, okay.
You look over in the corner and there's this nasty hide in the corner with all these flies like buzzing above it.
Yeah, I wondered what that was. I didn't want to ask. Sometimes it's better not to ask with everyone around, you know.
Sometimes it's better not to ask.
Just make sure Diana keeps her pets away from it.
The chickens? The Nothic?
No,
the Griffin?
The dogs.
Oh.
Nothic died. That is actually what Diana will be doing in this moment. She will be out on the front porch trying to teach them fetch.
Okay, sure. Go ahead and make
Like a bazillion pets.
make an animal handling check.
Oh boy. These buddies are difficult too.
Silver, if you need to go to Silvery Moon, I can go there today.
Sure.
Check what my bonus is.
If you can do that, that'd be great. Can you get his back?
No.
Well, we could stay at my father's for a night if you want,
That's fair.
and come back in the morning.
We could just wait till tomorrow.
Why don't
We could,
we
or
wait
we
till
could just
tomorrow?
we could just wait until tomorrow.
I didn't think about coming back.
Can't you fly? Aren't you a dragon?
That's
Oh, wait,
far.
Oh yeah, can
That's pretty far.
It's
Oh.
pretty far.
That's a few days travel by
Yeah.
flight.
Probably even more.
yeah we can just wait
Especially
till
when I
tomorrow.
could get there instantaneously, without issue.
Well, I don't know if they'd let me use it, but I know that the Harpers have a teleportation circle within Waterdeep.
She's going
Oh.
crazy. 1 second. No.
Michael, I
Are
rolled
you
a
still good
12.
with the harbors?
I mean, probably not. I did threaten to release the Dawn Titan on Crowin if I saw him again.
You have a teleportation circle in your basement dungeon thing?
Not yet. It hasn't. I mean, I've got somebody working on it, but it takes a year.
So, like, what I can do is I can teleport us to the teleportation circle in Silvery Moon without a teleportation circle.
How do you know the teleportation circle in Silvery Moon?
I just do. I don't know. It came naturally when I got this form, so
Perhaps I'll have to remove your brain.
no thanks.
Yeah, please don't do that.
I'm gonna go spend time with Cleo and Salim.
Okay.
I rolled a 12 on my animal handling, by the way, for teaching the dragon dogs fetch.
Okay. Yeah, they seem to be doing okay, but there's points where you catch one of them kind of eyeing the hide sitting in the middle of your living room, like the corner of the living room, and you have to just kind of draw their attention a little bit away from it, back out onto the porch, and then throw the stick or the bone or whatever it is that you're throwing out there for them to fetch, to chase after.
Hey. No, look at this instead. Go get it.
I'm kind of like
Imagine they're much. Yeah.
kind of like breathes heavily out of its nose, and you see this like little puff of like green smoke kind of come out of the nostrils. It kind of runs
Did you
off.
say dragon dogs? Did I hear that right?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, they're little,
Puppies. Dragon puppies bring puppies.
They're green dragon dogs.
They're drakes.
Guard drakes.
Yeah.
They're guard drake. I also, when they bring me back the bone, I will
No.
just try my best to lavish them with like rubs and kisses. I don't know whether or not they're gonna try to bite me, but
Oh yeah. They do try to bite you sometimes, but they're still very young, so it's not like it's more of like a playful puppy bite rather than a
they're like
try to
my
chew your
cat.
face off. Quite.
Well, once I
No.
once
One
once
day,
I see
they're gonna
that,
have
I
big
am
teeth.
out there with those dogs
Okay.
like permanently now.
Okay.
And I don't know if they can I don't know if they can speak Draconic or understand it, but I will talk to them in Draconic. So,
Okay.
and just,
What
How well do they respond?
what are you saying to them?
just things like how you would talk to like a dog or something like that. Silver gets that like really like, how you talk to like an animal, or it's like a baby voice kind of thing. So it's kind of weird coming from Silver, but yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like that.
Diana, surprisingly enough, these drakes like perk up at the sound of Silver's voice, and they look awkwardly over towards him at first, and then they just start like rushing to him and like playfully like jumping up next to him and like allowing him to like rub behind their chin and cheeks and stuff. And both of them are just super excited to see Silver. And the more he talks to them, the more they seem to be drawn to him. They seem to understand what he's saying.
I look at Silver and I'm like, you are going to teach me Draconic.
You know your girlfriend speaks Draconic.
I also
Sure.
speak Draconic.
I'm not the best teacher, but I can try.
I speak Draconic.
I think
Kind
there's
of.
better options,
Okay.
actually, now that everybody's saying they speak Draconic also, than me.
It's the way that
Probably
I
not
forget
actually.
how many languages Victor speaks. Point is, I will be learning Draconic. And I'm going to make it a point to find someone to teach me.
Okay.
Not
I kind of do
Ashley.
want it to be Silver, just because Diana's adamant on it being Silver, actually, because the dogs like him. So
I mean, I will attempt to teach you Draconic. Silver is not the smartest person in the world, though. So,
I just want to know the
Exactly.
command.
No, I can specify
And
his
how come
brain
I
is
love
actually
them?
quite a bit smaller than everyone else's.
How big's
And
mine?
yet
How
he
big's
speaks
mine?
More languages.
Can you see?
All right, well,
Wolfen will
after-
reactivate his X-ray vision again and look at Ashland's head.
It's strange. It's like it seems to be normal size, but like where you can. It's one of those things where if you ever looked at scientific images of how somebody's brain, like the flashing of light of different things happening, it's kind of like that, but Ashland's is a little bit toned down. Like it's not. There's not all this like flare going on. It's kind of like every once in a while you'll see a little, and a.
I'm just gonna fairly easily hide a smirk behind the shroud and just go, this is rather large.
Nice.
Much bigger than that one that left with Lachlan that you could just hear it rattling around in there. Don't ask. So, do we have... What are we doing? So we're resting and then going to Silvery Moon?
sounds good to me. I mean, I don't need to stay very long. I'm just going to drop this off and then we can go do whatever. I didn't want to keep this on me like I did with the alligator's hide, and this get really bad and, gross and
nail it to
stuff.
him?
So
I
a
believe
lot.
there's
I mean, we can
probably
just
some sort of law against mailing carcasses.
if I get us there, then you can study the circle too, Wolfen.
I personally enjoy this idea.
And then you
But
can
it's
get us
Silvery Moon, a
home.
member of the Lord's Alliance.
Wait, what?
Is Silvery Moon a member of the Lord's Alliance?
I have no idea.
Would I know that?
should know this. Because
I don't remember.
I believe you guys
wasn't there
would
Monday.
know that yes, Silvery Moon is a member of the
Oh.
Lord's Alliance. Yes.
I am completely on board with this.
we're gonna we're gonna wreck that town.
All right.
We're gonna wreck that now. Oh boy.
Well, Ashland's gonna go and look really sullen for a little while because she's gonna miss Lachlan. No he's around. Kinda, she knows it's too soon, but she'll take out that picture frame and look at it. Kind of nod in it, put it back. Go to Harshnag and be like, I think you should throw me like we used to. Give me something to do.
All right, he tosses you around. That's right. Okay. Sure. So the rest of you just kind of relaxing for the evening, preparing for the next day?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So you guys rest up for the evening. and you
Not
wake up to the sounds of roosters crowing and the sun's light peering over the horizon, illuminating the landscape around you. You guys all wake up for the next day. You guys all greet one another within the common room area, preparing to have some breakfast. What would you guys like to do this next day?
I'm ready whenever.
I would
Are
like
we
to
all
go to-
going?
Yeah, why not?
Might as well. Silvery Moon, I
I would like it
understand.
noted.
Is...
Yeah.
Actually, have we've been to Silvery Moon, right? Can't remember.
Haven't we?
Is that where Margie's was?
No, that was Everland.
That was everyone.
Yeah, I don't think you guys have ever actually been to Silvery Moon. I think you guys, because I'm looking through my archived maps and pages, because I've got 97 maps and pages in here archived,
Oh God.
and not a single one of them says Silvery Moon. So, because I was looking for like a map, like I thought I might have had a map of Silvery Moon in here, and I don't. So I don't think you guys have ever been to Silvery Moon.
Would Molfin know anything about Silvery Moon?
I don't know.
I would like it noted that last night Diana was following around Silver and pointing at random objects and being like, "How do you say that? How do you say that in Draconic?" And she's doing the same thing.
Yeah,
as
and
me.
I would have.
She has like. Go ahead.
I would have just been telling you exactly what you're asked, like what you're wanting to know for those objects.
What's this?
That's
What's...
a comb, but I'll
In
say it in
Draconic.
Draconic, of course. Yes.
And Diana will attempt to mimic the sounds, but like she's got like a really bad accent.
And Silver's the type that's just like, yeah, that's right.
Uh huh. There you go. Perfect.
Yeah, there isn't a problem with your dialect at all.
I'm gonna spend looking in the market, like, where's the Draconic for Idiots book? I'm actually hell-bent on this. This is a goal. I will be learning a language.
Okay.
Sure.
Cool, cool.
That's it. That's me.
Okay.
I don't know anything else.
What would everyone else like to do?
Molfin's just rolling his, tossing his stones this morning, and then getting ready to go to Silvery Moon.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah,
Somewhere new to go
I'm
poke around
eating, and
talk
then
through the Lord's Alliance. Molfin's in a prime mood for some reason this morning.
We've got a painting kit in the bag of holding now. Sorry. Loot.
Let's see what?
Got a painting kit, like oil and pigments. Can I take those? I've got proficiency in painting.
Those are fancy paints, I'm pretty sure, right? Those are those magic ones. Then we
Yeah,
get the.
Oh, never mind.
Oh, may still end up in Ashland's hand, but
Yeah.
yeah, they're a magic thing.
Oh, okay.
Yes, that's right.
But Molfin is going to take a few minutes to summon his chest. Put a couple of things in there.
Okay.
Slip something out.
Okay.
And it's putting in the gatekeeper's shard. For some reason, no, actually, I think I need to remove that because the crystal ball ran away.
Oh gosh. I
That
forgot
was
about
stupid.
the crystal ball that ran away.
Yeah, so Molfin's just gonna summon his chest back, take that gatekeeper shard that I can't attune to anymore. Put that in the chest with everything else.
Okay. Sure.
Slip out 2 small items, pocket them, and vanish the chest away.
All right. I think Vix was just getting something to eat.
yeah, I would get something to eat, and then I would gather outside by the dragon dogs' I didn't realize there were dragon dogs, and I also would be geared to the dragon dogs.
Hell yeah.
So me and Vix are just out there like permanently now.
Permanently now. Yeah,
To be
okay.
fair, Silver probably slept with them.
Yeah,
I don't know where they sleep,
Oh.
but
Silver would have probably like crashed out on the couch with both of these like
Mhm.
massive dogs like laying like one kind of like propped between his legs, like hanging over one leg, the other one kind of like laying right up here by his arm over his shoulder. You probably woke up that way in the morning.
they're
Diana
green.
would've-
Is that what you said?
Yeah, they're green.
Yeah, they're green
Okay.
ones.
So Ashley
Diana
would see
would've
everyone
passed
going
by.
out. Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, I was just gonna say Diana would have passed by that scene and been like, "They're really part of the family now," and kept going on upstairs.
Okay.
Ashley would
Continue.
see that going on and go outside and be like, "Oh, so they respond to Draconic," and start speaking exactly as they did, but with perfect like cadence and pitch and everything because she's got the tongue of the sun and moon. So she'd be like copying them exactly, like, "Oh, sit here," like.
Oh yeah, now they're just like jumping for joy and all like jumping on Ashlyn, and Ashlyn's kind of like petting them. They seem to be super
Yeah,
excited.
they're so friendly.
Yeah.
Why are these animals perfectly trained?
Do they speak
Because
back or
it's
they
the
just
same.
understand?
They don't appear to be saying any kind of language. It's more like just growls and barks.
Okay.
But they don't. But they
That's
appear to be understanding Draconic.
Attack cat.
Cat.
Druid is struggling with a kitten right now.
Use animal handling. Use animal handling.
And the kitten wins.
The kitten wins. There you go.
Nova 1, Callista 0. Ah. Okay.
But yeah, once everybody
my
was ready,
God.
I would just gather them all around.
Okay.
Everybody holds hands. We blink and we're there.
All right. As you guys take a moment to get in your circle, that feeling of that you guys have gotten comfortable with recently of being, a little bit lightweight, zooming through some kind of strange atmospheric space for just the fraction of a second, and you're off to Silvery Moon. Now I got
Keep in mind, I have no idea where this circle is. So
that's a
Meet
good,
up in a basement somewhere.
that's a good question because I don't know where it is either. Let me find it.
just like the circle in the other place.
I think I know where it is. I just have to find it in this book. And it will tell me. Here it is. Inner circles. Oh, strange. It's not one of those inner circles. So it's a different circle. Okay.
Yeah, the inner circles are Harper's. That's Everland.
Okay. So, you guys make your way to Silvery Moon. I'm going to go ahead and take you guys over to... I was just putting together a map of Silvery Moon, so I'm going to pull you guys over to that on Roll20 there. So you guys will be able to see a map of Silvery Moon to give you an idea of what it's like. Your teleportation circle actually is linked to... Let's see... I gotta find them. Do you see? I'm gonna shift ping you guys, and hopefully it takes you there. Do you see number 30 down here? Okay.
Yes.
That is called the Vault of Sages,
Oh boy.
and that
Good.
and you immediately bamf into a circular chamber, and what seems to be robed elven individual. Literally, parchment goes flying in the air as he falls out of his chair and slams onto the ground in the middle of this chamber as you guys just appear in the midst of it.
Hi.
And he rolls
Are you
over,
okay?
startled. Who is it? Who are you?
Hello. Where are we?
We're
We in Silvery
we're in
Moon?
Silvery Moon. Yay!
Sorry for the intrusion.
How did you get here? How did you know that this circle? How did you know this circle?
It's really a long story. I just know it.
Interesting. Well, you all must be really going now. I mean, this is a very safeguarded teleportation circle here in Silvery Moon. Yeah,
Apparently not.
well, this baffles me, to be honest.
Why?
Well, then let's go before anyone starts asking questions.
Yes.
Hold on a
Let us
second.
do that. I will escort you out immediately. Yes.
Wait. Hold on.
Wait, he's already kind of like trying to push you guys out to the door.
I'm already walking.
I am too.
I'm gonna try to make some time for Wolfen to try to memorize the circle. So, I'm just gonna stand and talk, and if he tries to push me, I'm not gonna move.
Okay. How much time do you need, Molfin?
Let me check. I want to say it's a minute.
1 minute, I think.
Yeah, it's
Let's
a
see
minute
here.
of minute of memorization.
Yep. You can manage your signal after setting it for 1 minute.
He walks up to you, Vix, as you're standing there, and he doesn't try to like physically touch you or anything. He's still holding like pieces of parchment and stuff. He's got a very elegant robe on. You can see that this is an elven man. Like I said, it's hard to tell ages of elves most of the time, but you could probably see him. He's probably pretty high up there in age, and he looks just a little disheveled and astonished by all of what's just happened and occurred. And he is. Sorry, my music stopped playing. I don't know why. There we go. Fix that. There you go. And looks towards you. He's like, really, you really should be going. I mean, this is no place for just random outsiders just to show up out of the blue. This is a very.
We're not outsiders.
Well,
Completely.
We have a shadow puppet show to show you. Show him, Vex. Show him shadow puppet show.
Shadow puppets.
I'm
Yes.
great at shadow puppets.
It's amazing.
Diana casts light, so there can be shadows.
While they're doing that, I will take out a. Actually, I don't have it anymore. Never mind. Because when I died, I lost that.
Butterfly.
You might know my father. So, again, sorry for the intrusion, but you might know my father. He runs the Essence Design Shop.
It's a
The
dog.
Essence Design Shop. Oh,
His name Elor Vu. He's
It's
a part of the.
dog.
He's a part of the guild here.
oh! I mean, I've heard of him. Yes, I've heard that he does very good work.
Rabbit.
Well,
Oh, well, that's a really cute rabbit. Look at that.
Thank you.
How do you get it to look so realistic?
Years of practice, all 2 of them.
You learned that in 2 short years.
All my life.
You're 2 years old?
Yeah.
You are.
What?
Yeah.
That doesn't make. What? Wait.
This is very impressive. Very impressive indeed. Well, can you do cats?
I'll do a cat right now.
So,
Have been taking
Look, it's a
into
cat.
battle.
how did you produce a real cat out of a shadow? It's astonishing.
Magic.
Wow. I know much about magic, but this shadow puppet stuff is pure gold.
You should study it, really.
Wow.
I mean, personally, the shadows talk to me, so.
Oh, I'm sorry. Your dragonborn friend was talking to me. What is it that you needed? I'm sorry. I was just distracted by the excellent display of shadow puppetry here upon the walls of the Vault of Sages.
No, it's don't worry about it. I'm just. Where's the door? I'm just gonna try and go for, find
If you just head out the double doors there and you make a left down the hall, it will take you to the main lobby and you can exit out into the street.
Who's holding this
Thank
kraken
you.
hide?
I am.
Okay.
Yeah, I just have like this 30 pounds of kraken hide over my shoulder.
Okay. I'm not strong enough to carry that, but I'll help with the tentacle or
Oh,
something.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Okay.
I will just start walking out into the city,
Okay.
towards my father's shop.
I would say
Yeah,
a minute is allowed within the shadow puppetry distraction and the
Alright.
talking of
Perfect.
Silver. So, Molfin, you do have access now to the Vault of Sage's teleportation circle here in Silvery Moon.
Can we just
Wonderful.
like look at Molfin and see that he's done and immediately just like shut down the light,
Yeah.
lock everything up, be like, all right, and we're out.
Yeah, that's exactly what happens.
Pack
Like
up.
as soon as he glances back up at me, I'm like,
Like low
All
level
right, gotta
D&D
go.
bullshit at level 17, and I love it.
Hey, as you're going, I just wanted to shout out, there is an amphitheater behind the building that does book entertainment here in Silvery Moon. I think shadow puppetry and your skill and precise, you would just be perfect. Perfect, I tell you.
I really appreciate it.
Look
I will-
into the book. Do you have a manager? Someone that
Callista.
Yes, it's
Me.
someone that represents you.
Callista's my manager. Or Diana.
Never mind. Never mind.
What,
I'm tech. I'm on
My
lights.
kitten, you
Oh,
didn't
you're
do
the
stream.
you do tech? Oh, great.
I'm tech. I do lights.
But Diana's really good too.
Well, that's
She's
fantastic.
my secondary manager.
Yeah, you guys, you really need to seek out, really need to seek out Sir Raloran Shamil. He runs the establishment, the entertainment at the auditorium there. It'd be fantastic. I will definitely promote you as well.
All right. Sure.
Yes. Very good.
Oh, thanks.
Good luck.
I appreciate.
Good luck in your travels.
Thank you. You too. You don't seem like you're gonna be traveling. I don't know why I said you too. Bye.
Molfin is just gonna try to like grab his collar and just start pulling him.
Yeah, and Molfin, as you do that, you get a sneak peek at some of these other open doorways within this hallway. This is a library filled with books.
I just said you enjoy your meal.
Ooh.
And you can see in one of the rooms, you can see there's an open space that there's some stone steps that are carved that go down to an open space where there's this elegant carpet down at the bottom. There's some very nice wooden tables, and there's different individuals of different ages, and it looks like a few elves, a few humans, and kind of just peering through books and looking through texts and tomes and stuff like that. It's like a really nice place.
I'll have to come back here at some point. But now we are to the task.
You pass a couple of guys on your way out that are, older elves wearing similar attire to this mysterious elf that you did shadow puppets for. They just give you this awkward look as you walk by, like, who are you and what are you doing in here kind of deal. Is you guys definitely stand out. Everybody that's in here is kind of wearing some of the same attire. You see an occasional individual that doesn't look like they're wearing the same robes. It seems like this is a place where you can go and you can pay to get entry and do research. So you guys are kind of making your way. You make your way out to the out the main doorway.
Make noise.
There it is. Out in the streets of Silvery Moon, and Silvery Moon is a beautiful, picturesque city. There is a river that kind of runs through the center of it, and this place is basically, think of the most beautiful elven curved architecture that you can imagine, embedded with a mixture of wooden and stone buildings that have vine and ivy all over them, with also beautiful flowers that seem to resonate on each of the buildings to kind of create that majestic landscape. You also notice that there's a lot of trees filled throughout Silvery Moon, And some of the buildings are actually built within the trees or even up inside them, up in the branches, kind of like a tree house sort of deal. There are tall buildings, tall spires. There are lots of greenery. I know it doesn't really show you a lot on the map, but if you look at where those green trees are, imagine those kind of climb up above or within some of the towers. There are people moving about the walkways. You also notice as you're coming, if you guys turn left, you can catch a glimpse of it, but I'm going to take you guys over to a picture of it, and I'm going to make sure I show it to our viewers at home. I don't know if I switched over maps yet, so yeah, I'm going to put this.
Is it mostly elves here, or is it like a spattering of different?
You see different races. You see a lot more elves here than you've been accustomed to in big cities. There are more elves here, but it does seem. Oh yeah, bless you, bless you.
Bless you.
But there.
Ilmater, bless you.
But there is still some. Here is something that's distinct about this.
The moon bridge.
The moon bridge. There is a bridge. It looks like it's just almost transparent blue glow that seems to just go right over top of the river over to the other side. And it's not far from your location.
I will definitely take them past it.
Can I run
Ooh.
under it?
Can you run?
Like on the underside of it?
Good question.
There's water.
There is water. You're trying to run across the water? Is that what you're trying to do?
No, I'm trying to run along the underside of the bridge.
Okay. Trying to run under it. Let me double check something because I think there is something about this bridge.
Like if people were walking on top of the bridge, I'd be mirroring them and running under the bridge.
I must apologize. As your dungeon master, I prepared Underdark tonight and not Silvery Moon, so you guys will have to apologize. You're all
Blame
good.
Derek.
I'm blaming Silver on this one.
Whoops.
There was something in this Sword Coast Adventurers Guide about the Moon Bridge that was
The moon bridge is pretty much
Yeah.
invisible except for at night.
Yep.
right. Yeah,
Oh.
that's true. Yeah. So
That's,
here's
that's one of the things I remember from our trip to Essence Design.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did good at
the Great Arch of Silvery Force that spans water. It's powerful moving sight. I'm going to say for right now, yes, you can run across the water underneath it. There are some boats and different things like moving about.
No,
down there as
on the
well.
bridge.
Oh,
I want
on the
my
bridge.
feet to be where their feet are,
Oh, yeah.
but under them.
Basically, ceiling walk.
Oh. Yeah, why not? Go for it.
Okay,
Yeah,
I do that for a while.
yeah,
Why
because your character sheet says you can. So, yeah, you can. That's it.
So, I do that for a while, yeah.
Sure. I'm gonna double check because there was some stipulation about the moon bridge that I read somewhere, and I want to make sure I get it in here. But I also don't want to take away any of your cool choices and awesome things that you guys could do. I'll find it. I read it somewhere. Might not have been in the Sword Coast Adventure Guide. It might be in something else. But yeah, you guys can cross over to the other side where there's the much bigger part of the city.
Oh, you know what? I'll walk under it with you.
Okay.
Spider climb.
Spider climb, sure. So you guys are at that point.
Why
23
is it
right
so
there is the
much?
moon bridge.
Dad's with us, right? Riled with us?
Yeah, you brought Riled with you.
We must stick out like sore thumbs.
Yeah, Riled probably sticks out a little bit, but he's got his hood up.
Yeah,
and he's trying to be
That's why I was
probably
asking what
nonchalant.
That's why I was asking about the race mix-up because
Yeah, you don't see any drow.
no, I know,
Mhm.
but Dad had history here, if I remember correctly, or he was chased by guards from here or sentries that were outside of Silvery Moon.
He could
So I
have
don't know if they were in Silvery Moon or
been at one time, or on the outskirts. Mhm.
on the outskirts. So I was just wondering how everybody's reacting to two drow walking into their city.
He's not 100% sure if the people that were chasing him would even recognize him now, but
Right, it's been so long.
and also, it's been a long time and things have changed, of course.
Yeah,
since
these
then,
guards
so-
are big pushovers here.
But you're getting the same kind of sense you get from going to other places. People give you looks of I don't really trust them, but I'm not. They're it's kind of like
But we're also with a
it's
motley
like
crew.
you don't
of,
mess
like,
with me, I won't mess with you kind of mindset, you know?
Okay, just checking.
Yeah.
Molfin is keeping his head on a swivel the entire time for anyone wearing the red and gold.
Okay, sure.
I am just, as I'm walking through the city, I'm just like looking at everybody, smiling, waving.
Oh yeah, the people.
Since my home.
Yeah, they.
So
You know, a lot of people gesture to you, smile and wave back, or give you kind of like a bow or something like that. You guys do notice that there's a lot of what seems to be students here. And Silver, you would know that there's a lot of colleges here. A lot of people come here to study. So this is a college town.
I believe we established.
Oh no.
We established that I
Fraternity.
have been here a few times as well, correct?
I think so. Yeah. So you guys would both recognize this. This is a very studied place. People who want to go to learn things or research come here. It's also very a place that is pretty well off. They're not definitely not as big as Waterdeep, of course, but in a subtle kind of way, they're very competitive with Waterdeep as far as, but seem to be a little. I don't know. I would guess. I would say probably a little bit on the snootier side.
Not saying something for
Makes
Waterdeep.
Right. There's not really the thing that sets Silvery Moon apart from Waterdeep is Waterdeep has like you got the rich and then you got the really poor areas of city. When here is more kind of like you do have rich and poor, but the disparity between the two isn't as wide. Like you don't have like think about like you don't have like homeless tent areas in Silvery Moon that you have in Waterdeep.
Right.
So think of those. Think of that kind of.
Yeah.
So basically, here, poor is just like middle class.
Yeah, like a lower middle class,
my
you
God.
know.
Middle class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You only have 4 bedrooms in your house. You only drive 1 car. Oh
Yeah.
my God, you're destitute.
It's the economy is a little bit, you know, it's a little bit. I guess there's not like I said, there's not that wide range, so to speak here. But yeah, you guys, Silver, you leading the way to your
yeah,
father's
I'll
establishment?
lead them through the city.
Okay.
I never actually like picked where in the city he like his shop would be. I always imagined it was on the north side of the city,
Okay, yeah.
but I don't know. So
Hey, we'll just you do me a favor. Go. Can you mark a spot on the map where you think a good place for it would be, and we'll go with whatever you call.
Sure. I mean, Matthew, you didn't pick a spot, did you, for your Monday game?
It's realistic. I just had it right near the entrance to make it easy for the group where they
Gotcha.
through. But no, basically wherever you put it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I also figured it would probably be near an entrance because he goes out
We
and
would
scouts his stuff.
Right.
Yeah, we'll say like it's over here.
Okay, sounds good to me.
It's somewhere in this like building thing.
Yeah,
Like these groups of
those
buildings.
groups of buildings. Sure.
Yeah.
That works
So
for
I'll
me.
lead them over the bridge, down the street, and I like as we're going, I'll be like, this is where my father found me. I used to play in that tree. You know, just kind of like going through like how you would do like through you know, going through like your hometown basically with some
Hometown
friends that's
tour.
never been here. Yeah.
Hometown
yeah.
tour, yeah.
What's
I went to
kind-
school there.
What's kind of amazing is when he
I didn't
points
go
to
to
that,
any school.
when he points
Oh.
to that tree, there's also 3 other children like playing in that same tree.
Uh-huh.
Aw.
So it's like that one tree that all the kids go to like play on that street. So
They used to not be there because they were scared of me, but now that I'm not there anymore, the other kids go there. It's a nice tree. It's a very nice tree.
It is a nice
Anyways,
tree. I'm going
uh,
to just commit that tree to memory for my tree stride.
Yeah, it is definitely big enough. Yep.
Were you alone a
also
lot of your
slow
life
note.
and made fun of during your childhood? Because I was until I met Diana.
I wasn't really made
I
fun of. I was just the big person, and no one really talked to me because they were always afraid.
Hearing that,
Dad,
Diana
you're so
kinda, like,
nice.
sombers up a little bit.
Yeah.
And just like Ashlyn, she's like, yeah, growing up where we were from, I was different than everyone else, and Ashlyn was different from everyone else. Like, until we found each other, and then we were different together. And now you're here and you're with us, and now you're different with us too. And we're all different together, and that's fun.
It's like how me and Vix was originally.
Yeah.
We met and we
Yeah.
were friends.
I was kicked out of my village because I was different. So
Yeah.
Oh, we're all a bunch of
I had to leave
misfits.
mine because my
Callista
cousin
stays
died. But
silent. Doesn't add to
Oh.
this conversation.
Yeah, he'll lead the way to the Essence Design shop that his father owns.
Essence Design Shop. You got it. Oh,
Yeah.
one thing I'm just seeing in chat that I forgot all about. Victoria said, "Does Muffin sleep in like a sub basement?" I forgot all about that. You would have to go away from the house to go to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, Callista.
They'd have to go away.
Yeah. I mean, like, what you had the mansion, right?
Wait, I got a trance. I can
No,
trance.
no.
Can I trance through it?
No, it's
No.
nobody.
Oh.
Nobody
No
can
one can
benefits of arrest.
Callista
Yeah.
needs to get. Callista needs to go back. This was taking us off track. Callista had intended to go to Waterdeep because she has plans now for Malfin's tower that he wants, the specifications that he wants. But we're getting pulled here, so we'll have to do that. When we
I
get
mean, not everybody had to go.
So
we
Fun
just
to
had a
learn
game
some
to
more.
play D&D
Yeah.
together, Derek.
So, Derek, we didn't get a chance to kind of discuss your father
didn't.
and everything. So I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna let you kind of lead most of this, and I'm gonna try to role play what you describe, and hopefully I
Okay.
get close. I haven't gotten a chance to. I don't know if Matthew had role played your father in Monday, but I'm probably not gonna.
Believe so. Yeah, you did.
Yes, he did.
So, the shop is a very nice built shop there. It's really well designed. It looks like my father has a really nice like fashion sense kind of thing. And like this when you open the shop up, there's of course like a counter with what you would assume he stands behind when he's like making sales and stuff like that. But the walls has a whole bunch of different like armor racks, and he mainly focuses in leather armor and stuff like that. But he also does his own enchanting because he is a enchantment wizard. So that's why his shop is a little bit more popular among the city, because it's a not only an armor shop but also you can get enchantments here. But
Okay.
he is a high elf.
Okay.
There is a behind the like counter thing. There is a like weapon rack that has a double-bladed scimitar on it that you kind of the scimitar looks like the one that Silver used to use, because he designed like he made it. It was made off of the look of that weapon. But his father is really nice. Of course, he is like a salesman. He does make decent amount of money
He's
here.
a social butterfly.
Yeah.
Very social. Okay.
He likes his dad jokes.
Oh, no.
Oh, okay.
Oh yes.
So
Yes.
Okay.
Things I could have been
all
told
right,
before.
Michael, you
Okay.
got
yeah, well,
We're
you
gonna
know,
step
this
it
coming
up
up
now.
Hey, Matthew, we can role play this for days, buddy.
Yeah.
We can role play this for days.
Yeah, and he's a high elf. He has like long black hair
Long black
and
hair.
very like it is kind of hard to tell how old an elf is,
Yeah.
but he is quite aged a little bit. So
Would you say in his 400s? More
probably
than that?
somewhere around there.
Okay.
He is not married. He does not have a spouse or anything like that. So
Is
it's
he
always
an
just been me and
upbeat,
him.
excited personality, or more like a timid personality?
He can be, especially if it's something that he like enjoys talking about. Like he really loves like talking about magic, enchanting, and stuff like that. So
Okay.
yeah. But I will walk in and look around, see if he's in the. I'm assuming he's somewhere in the opening.
Yeah, he actually
area,
comes.
so.
Now, I imagine there would be like a door to like the back of the area that.
Yeah,
So basically, upon you
he has
guys
like a little
entering-
workshop.
Yeah, is there like a little bell that rings when you guys walk through the door or anything like that?
Probably, yeah, probably.
It might even be something magical, like a magical alarm or
It's an
something.
enchantment.
It's enchantment
Oh.
for his door. His door's enchanted to ring whenever you guys walk in. There's no bell, but all of a sudden there's bells ringing. And then
Just a permanent alarm spell.
yeah, that's it. That's it. The door opens and he kind of emerges from the back, and he really does get upbeat and excited to see you, Silver, because it's probably been some time since he's even seen you.
Yeah, it's. I can't remember if we said Silver came here after he left the group originally.
I think he
before heading to.
I think he stopped by. But
yeah.
you were. But
No, I didn't stay for very
Didn't
long.
stay
I
for
just
very
was
long,
coming
yeah.
here to check to see if Vix was here. So
And he's upbeat, excited to see you. Not as upbeat as he was the first time because it was like a
Mhm.
while.
yeah,
long time.
Long time.
But he sees you and he's like, Silver, my boy, you
Hi.
made it back.
Yes, Father. This is these are some my friends.
Oh, were
this
these
is
were
actually
these the
Vix,
ones that you
I
were
was-
telling me about?
Yes, they are. But this is Vix, the one that I was looking for originally. This is he's my best friend. He's
met me
actually
before.
a dragon.
Oh,
I didn't know
right.
that before.
Right, you
He's actually
look
a
like a dragon too.
That's what I said.
It's so nice.
No,
It's so nice
no,
to.
no, Father. He's
Yes.
actually a dragon.
He's actually a dragon.
You
Yes.
want to go outside?
A really small one.
Okay, let's
No,
not.
no. He's actually like a full-size dragon.
Oh, really?
He's just shape. He's looking. He changes shapes.
Are you enchanted?
Enchantment.
Is that an enchantment spell? I don't know.
I think it's transmutation.
I wouldn't.
I think it is transmutation.
I wouldn't doubt it though. Ooh. He just looks.
Yeah.
He's fascinated. He's like looking over you now, Vix.
It's
Anyways, Father, this
transmutation.
is I tell everybody's names and introduce. This is my father, Elor.
Well, yes, I'm
Hello.
Alor. It's nice to meet all of you. Silver has told me many great things of all of you. It's a great. It's
Diana greets him in Elven.
oh he
Sorry.
he kind of gives you an like an elegant bow, and he says welcome in Elven as well.
I think both me and my dad kind of semi-roll our eyes.
But Silver, my boy,
have-
what brings you back here?
I have all this. We killed a kraken, and I have some kraken hide for you. I thought you might be able to make something out of it, and I will put it down on the counter.
Where
I
in the
would've
world
also
did
had-
you find a kraken?
Where was that? We were out in the water somewhere. I don't
Up
really know.
North Ocean, up in the north.
This is
Yeah.
West
is-
of the Moonshine Isles.
this is no small task, Silver.
No, yeah, they're very strong and
Oh, well,
very capable people.
well, you did bring a lot of hide back. Perhaps I can make
Yeah,
something out of
30
this.
pounds.
This
Yeah, I
is-
hope that's what I was hoping. Get some good money. I don't know if you can do anything special with it, but
Oh, of course I can. Did you want me to make you something out of it?
oh, I don't need anything. No, I mean, does anybody want some leather armor made out of kraken?
I can't wear it.
Out of
Is that
character.
special?
What would it
or-
do?
I don't
Diana
know.
sniffles a little, thinking of Lachlan
Well,
and his
if-
need for better armor.
Oh,
I mean,
I know.
I may-
I'm
I
sitting
also
next
have
to
needs for
this.
better armor.
I mean, I believe I could work my magic on this. I mean, it looks rather thick, so it could provide rather basic protection, but it also seems as if it has I don't know, there's a little bit of, I can feel the static off of this thing. Perhaps a little bit of resistance? Natural resistance?
The kraken had lightning abilities, I believe, right? Lightning. The kraken shot lightning.
Yeah.
Correct.
I'm
Okay.
not quite sure. I spent
Yeah.
most of the time in it. So.
It was
I-
lightning and also immune
Fire?
to fire.
Immune to fire.
I'm currently wearing
that matter
regular
because it's
studded
different.
leather.
I would like to point out to those who saying it was immune to fire, it was a couple of 100 feet or so underwater.
It's true.
So
I did
perhaps
add
trying to
that,
light
but
it
I
on
think I was
fire
just too
did
quiet
not-
when I said it.
Out of character, Vix, what's your AC?
16. I don't.
I'm also at 16, so
Okay.
one of us could get something.
I mean, there's 30 pounds of kraken hide. There might be able to make 2 sets. I don't know how much that's gonna take. So
I think I could make 2 sets out of this hide if that is something that interests you. It might take me a little bit of time, but
That is fine.
of course.
That's
Take your
cool.
time.
I'm pretty small, so
How
Something to do
I'm
around
usually an elemental, so I don't usually need armor.
you perform enchantment as well, right?
He does.
I absolutely do.
Would it be possible to enchant it with like +1 and make it +1 armor or something of the nature, like extra protection? on it?
You know what? To be honest, I think I might even be able to do better.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm.
By
My father's
just
very skilled.
by just inspecting this hide here, I think if I just made it the base, I could get this to be +1 with resistance to electrical damage of that sort. But
Huh.
if I work my enchantment magic to it, I could make this +2 with the resistance.
that sounds absolutely wonderful.
Good
Yes,
armor.
echoing Vix. Do you need money for this?
You...
Yes, compensation.
No. Listen. You all killed a kraken and brought me its hide. I will do this for you. Because you're my boy's friend.
Oh.
That's really nice. You can keep
Your
whatever
father-
you don't use.
Be that as it
hopefully.
may, I
Nice.
just drop 1,000 gold on the table.
Exactly. I was gonna say.
Showers
We
of
still have to
coins.
Tip service people.
Wow, that's an awful lot of gold.
Also, father, they are very rich. The Kraken had a lair with like
That's true.
tons of gold,
I forgot
I
about
don't-
that.
like more than I could count.
Did it have? Did you find anything else other than gold? Was there anything enchanted?
Yeah, a few other things. Yes.
Oh, I take out my necklace.
Molfen
I think my
immediately
necklace
jumps
underneath
like
my armor.
Molfen runs away across the
Back
room.
up.
Yeah, Molfen almost runs into the double-bladed
this.
scimitar on the wall and almost knocks it off the wall. He like looks
I
at
have a
that in
question.
awe and is like, "Whoa, what an amazing piece of
Mhm.
material that is! Wow,
I
New
know.
Diana.
it looks good on you."
Does look good on you.
Oh, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
It's got like a rose gold
What?
kind of tint to
What's-
it. Looks really good off your skin.
What's
I
his
know.
problem?
I love the rose gold.
A lot of things.
That's very true.
Where do we start?
So
I'm
many
kind of
things.
curious.
So
You're
many
asking
things.
us about our enchantments. Do you have any special enchantments?
Do you have any weapons?
Maybe even
around
for
here?
sale?
You know, I will be honest. It's been a while since I've done much enchanting commission work, so I don't really have anything in stock. But if you have anything on you that you'd like me to try to make better, I can give it a whirl.
The armor is really the only thing I
The
need.
armor's good.
The armor is good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really don't need all of this gold.
Well, keep it.
There is way
Yeah, I-
more where that came
Yeah,
from.
that's-
alright?
Save it for a rainy
Fine.
day.
For the what you plan to do with this armor and the amount of time and money you could have been making off of it, 1,000 gold seems not enough at this point.
Then
Yeah.
I will accept this payment with much gratitude. And he kind of goes over and gets a little box out and starts to kind of shovel the gold into it because there's a lot there. Picking up a couple of the loose ones that fell off onto the floor and puts them in, closes it up, and just kind of still runs his fingers across the kraken hide, kind of admiring it for a minute. Silver, you're probably sure that he's probably heard of this, but maybe has never like actually physically had his hands on it before. So this is quite he may have read some books about it, things of that nature, but just giving it a once over, he feels like it's already enchanted, but he could even enchant it a little bit more.
That's cool.
Awesome.
Mhm.
That's really
It's
cool.
funny too because it's not just a regular kraken; it's like a super kraken.
Yeah,
It is a super
It is
kraken.
a super
Yeah.
kraken. That's right.
Do
What,
you know what we should do? We should commission a picture of all of us for us to sit on the table out front so we can like draw on people for future adventurers to come visit. Really sell this shop.
Oh, you mean here? You don't mean at
Yeah.
Ark? Okay, good. I
No.
thought you meant the dumpster fire, and I was like,
Perhaps
Well, I think it would
advertising
be
me at
sweet
this
to have, like,
location
a-
is not the wisest idea.
right.
Maybe not you, but everyone else okay.
Like, the heroes of Faerun approve this store.
We shop here. You should too.
Oh,
Our favorite
man.
store on the Citadel.
Yeah.
We're
Commander
both
Shepard.
heroes now, huh?
And while they are there sitting for their beautiful portraits, the most wanted enemy of Faerun shall go pick a fight with the Lord's Alliance in the same
Do we
city.
have to do that today?
Well,
I
I
just
came
wanted
prepared.
Monday's characters to run into the Friday characters in the picture and be like, ah, who are these people? But I want to. Okay.
Metagame reasoning for in-game actions.
reasoning. Make our mark.
I love it.
Can I go run around and try to find throwing stars in Naginata?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna go run around this.
Yeah.
The-
So, Ashlyn, basically, do you leave without telling anyone, or do you tell them that you're headed out?
Oh, I'll tell them.
Okay.
I'm just gonna wander off for a little while. Do you guys need anything while I'm running around shopping?
I could probably tag along. I could do some shopping as well.
I
Okay,
will, I
shop
will
for
tell
some
them.
components.
I will tell them if they're just looking for normal weapons. I'll tell them about a shop that I probably went to buy my starting weaponry.
Okay.
That was,
Very
a
first
decent.
blade.
So
Excellent. Are
Dragon
you?
babies for
Are you,
dagger.
Silver? You
Yep.
plan on staying there with your father for a while?
I was gonna stay here, help him move the hide into his workshop, see if he needs
Out
any
of-
help with the stuff,
Okay.
any other
Out of
stuff while I'm here.
curiosity, how long does he think this is going to take to make 2 sets of armor? Just out of curiosity.
He thinks that he could have them done in a week.
Oh, damn, that's very reasonable.
Is this
All right.
is this gonna be leather or studded leather?
It will be just leather.
Okay,
He's so good.
it's still technically better than just normal.
It would be leather. It would
Studded
be
leather
leather
then.
plus 2, so it would give
Yeah.
that +2
It'd
bonus.
be
on
one
top.
plus. It'd be one better than normal studded. So.
And it would have resistance to lightning damage.
Nice.
To whoever is it. Now, I believe that because it carries the resistance, it probably would. Well, it might not. Let me double check on whether it would be a attunement or not. But I don't think. I'll have to double check on magic armor.
No, that might
to
change
make sure.
things.
Let me. I'll check for it. It probably won't now that I think about it, but I'll double check just to be sure.
Yeah,
out of
that's
game.
fair. Want to make sure.
Mhm.
I could probably drop the Eyes of the Eagle. I'm super perceptive without them anyway.
Mhm. But is there anything that anyone else wanted to do as you guys are kind of heading off on your own way through Silvery Moon, with Silver kind of staying here? I think that might be a good place for us to end.
Just
That's
looking for
probably where
Lord's
we could-
Alliance while I'm out.
Callista would
Alright.
probably go around to various trees just so she has multiple locations here that
Oh,
she
there,
could
yeah,
get
there's
to.
a bunch here. Yeah,
Oh,
definitely.
yeah.
Bunches of trees all around as you're just kind of Are you walking around with Molfin and Ashlyn, or just by yourself?
Probably with Dad
Okay,
and Diana if she wants to come along.
okay.
I was going shopping for spell components.
Okay, that's a good idea. You should go with Ashlyn and Malfin then.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're going to go ahead and say that that is going to be the end of tonight's episode of Kindred Lists.